I have a patience. Yes. Oh, thanks for
What a shame.
raid there, New Eight and Night Night. Sorry about the technical difficulty. Let me get back into the Discord call here. Goodness gracious. All right.
Are you winning, son?
I don't know. We're gonna start to win. Let's see. Start the voice call. Hey, Chris. Good to see you. And Bork Schlong. All right. Let's see. Did I give you your shout outs yet? I'm not sure. I guess I'll do it again. Shout out. I saw y'all playing Left 4 Dead there. And Tiresias, good to see you. Thanks for the raid there. I saw you getting back to streaming. That's good. Raid. Hey, Jay, good to see you. Picked a very long campaign. Hey, Ledden, if the mole stream goes offline, does that mean 6 more weeks of Minecraft? Oh, that's a good question. Hey, Waze, good to see you. Raid. Backshot while streaming. Let's see. I gotta figure. Wait. I gotta get back in the game here. Man, I'm about confused right now. All right, I think that's mostly good. Hey, Narilla. Very short campaign. Which is it, though? Oh, no. Don't tell me it's going to do it again. We are so back, question mark. Oh, no. Thank you, Bork Schlong, for the raid there. Yeah, I'm going to have to get all these shout outs here. Sorry if I missed you there. So let's see. And Narella also raided. Dang. That's a hell of a lot of raids right there. All right. Yeah, quite the gang raid. Let's see. Oh, hello, Wood. If I didn't say hello already, I'm just confused as hell. Let's see. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we're so back. We're so back. Okay. Dang, that was a adventure in itself right there.
The adventure of a lifetime?
Yeah, I mean, I'm half expecting some chimpanzees and Coldplay.
Coldplay mentioned. So, these seeds for these turnips, I can't just plant them in this shitty soil, right? We need
No,
to find
you have to
soil.
have either medium or low fertility farmland, and I'd recommend medium at least. Like we have here. We got us a few spots. And you gotta hit it with the hoe.
To plant. Oh yes, okay. We have the moist farmland.
All right. So I have just about enough copper to make a hammer, I thought, or maybe I didn't. Where did it go? Did I put it in here? Yes. So I need to scrounge for more copper. And that'll be good. So take a look at our map here. And I made a couple surface copper waypoints. Let's see. There's one out there. Let's check out there. I don't think I've checked this one in a bit. Ever since I got my pickaxe. Did you happen to...
No, I haven't seen the movie.
Oh. I did. I kind of liked it.
No, we were supposed to watch a longer. You'll have to watch it again, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to watch it again because I did like it. But I do have a baby brain, so.
So what I'm hearing is, okay, so I have mushrooms and turnips and like even a little meat. We could probably cook more stew.
You can stew that up for sure. Now, depending on what you want the base of the stew to be, you need to have the first 2 slots occupied by whatever that is. So if it's a meat stew, the first 2 slots have to be meat. If it's a porridge, you have to have the 2 first slots be grain. If it's a vegetable thing, you have to have the you get it.
Okay, I hope that this works. This ingredient combination of mushrooms, turnip, and meat will work.
How much of each do you have? Okay, so I have checked this out.
I have 4 meat, 8 mushroom, 3 turnip, 11 field mushroom.
So you could do 2 meat, and then then 2 mushroom, and then like 2 turnip, and I think that'd be good. When's the Vintage Store movie coming out? I wish they would. I don't know what and I guess it'd have to be kind of a horror movie. So I did get this. So I found the surface copper here, but I didn't get below the surface, or did I? I don't know. Whatever. I'm abandoning this one. Let's go for this one way out here, and we have some.
Hold on.
Dirt.
So how much meat you said?
So 2 meat in the first slot, and you have to do it in the cooking pot. 2 meat in the first slot, 2 meat in the second slot, and then I do 2 mushrooms in the third slot, and then you can do turnips or mushrooms on that next one. I'm gonna try to kill this ram here, whether they kill me or not. We'll find out.
Sweet. Okay, we got hell. We're gonna.
Oh fuck!
This stew. this stew is gonna blow your shit wide open.
Okay, I picked the fight I couldn't win.
I'll eat and then I'll join you in the excursion. An army marches on its stomach, you know.
It does.
An army bounces and moans on it on its stomach and its ass.
Yeah, an army lays on its stomach while your visit to Ram Ranch didn't go as planned. Yeah, I got rammed by 18 angry rams.
They ranched your shit, let me just say. Dude, check out this fire camp. But what is this bushcraft survival fire pit recipe? 2 servings of bushmeat stew with boiled red wine cap and turnip. Holy shit.
That sounds fancy. Gourmet. It's like if they had some parsley, nah. And I'm
telling you, that's real.
Yeah.
What about the Ziploc bag? What about the Ziploc bag with the spices for this one?
Yeah. They do have mods for herbs and spices, but you can still only put 4 things in the pot. And, basically glamping at that point, yeah. I mean, we are living in a pine log shack. Oh, look, more copper. Oh, yeah, and that'll get me a hammer.
One day with only hand tools.
While being shot at by Botorn. Sort of.
So there was some Botorn involved. They were there.
Yeah.
Let me head into the forest and perhaps die.
Yeah. Maybe, it's not quite as bad as the lake guy telling his stories, but... Alright, I gotta find out where I got rammed to death. Probably ought to clear out my old gravestones, too. So this one... Clear that out. Let's see, where's this... unless I died here. No, right there's right. So... And this new mod, Campaign Cartographer, you can beacon things. So they shine.
I'm out here harvesting foxes, bro.
Harvesting foxes for that bush meat?
Yes, sir.
He likes the bush meat.
We're gonna be getting fed. We're gonna be eating soup every night. Hot, warm soup.
Man, that's the best. And see, the good thing about, soup and stuff, uh, depending on how much of your satiety bar it fills, it resets a timer, so it just kind of locks it at the top there for a while. So it's just there's no real downside to eating soup. It's all up, really.
Soup Nation, we are quite possibly never been more up.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I got my stuff back, but not my dignity. And there's that ram that killed me. He doesn't even remember. They are territorial. I would try to kill him again, but I don't think I can tangle. I could go for his girlfriend here, but then he'd attack me too. So
Wait, what if both of us go in there and show them what for?
you want to?
Where you at?
Let me. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and you should see chat.
Oh, I see you on
GPS
my map.
chat. There you go.
I can see your location on the map. I'm headed toward you.
All right, these are the two in question.
Let's handle a mail first.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, with the new bullseye mod, you have to hold right click and then you click. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
I picked up your spear. Here's this other one.
I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Oh.
See, that worked out just fine. Oh now. Wait. She knows we're on the same team. Oh, that's no good.
That's fucked up, man. They're smarter than us.
Outwitted by livestock.
We got kind of dominated, not gonna lie.
Oh, I killed her.
That's gonna be a lot of meat.
Oh yeah, dude, we're gonna be eating stew for days.
Stew Nation, we are once again basking in the glory of victory.
Yeah, it does run fast. The thing of the male one though, because it runs fast and it rams, and that's even worse. Let's see, but let me get my knife out. And once we get more into the copper ways, and if we build a cellar, before we build a cellar, we need to decide if we're gonna set up here permanently or not, because that's a lot of digging. But
there's a lot of like copper, surface copper we can mine here.
Yeah, just kind of mark them if you get a chance, because where there's the surface copper you pick up, you can find more down. But I finally got my last nuggets there, so I can make a hammer and then break up this other stuff that I got, and then we're gonna really be getting the copper. Not quite enough for an anvil maybe, but look at this, more copper. Holy moly. Let's see, waypoint copper.
All right, I got my my pickaxe. I got a pickaxe.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got a copper pickaxe?
No, no, I only have shovel.
Okay, yeah.
You can't make a flint pickaxe, right?
No. This isn't Minecraft.
Damn.
Yeah, that's part of the old tech tree. You gotta. Oh, and we got some lead here. Oh, hell yeah. So we can use that to make molybdenum chalcos, and that's a good way to have. Do you have any extra inventory space?
Yeah.
Could you pick up that lead ore right there? Yeah, leaden. Yeah, we've entered the leaden age. All right, so down I go here. Diggy diggy hole. And we're gonna find some copper in here, certainly.
I will do something here at the entrance here.
Time to put lead in everything. Yeah. We got lead, we got copper. Yeah, like I said, you can make a molybdenum chalcos, and it saves you a lot of materials. And now that I got that hammer, it's just gonna be all up from here. Well, I don't have the hammer yet. I gotta make it.
Awesome. You're digging straight down. You're a machine.
Yeah, that's so the ore generation works differently in Vintage Story than Minecraft, so you don't strip mine it. It usually is better to go not straight down because you still can fall into a cave full of angry drifters, but more or less straight down. I hear wolf.
It's okay. I'm guarding the entrance.
All right, I'm gonna eat my soup here. All right. Do I have anything I can move? I guess I could put this torch down here. Can I, though? Oh, that's a bug. Well, whatever. I'll put the shovel down. There you go. And there's a ton of lead down here, too. Actually, I should probably start bringing some of this back. This is a good note here. That's some good eating. All right. I really shouldn't keep the pineapple seeds, but I'm going to. Let's drop the conglomerate stone. And I got to figure out how I'm going to get out of this dang hole. So you should have a ladder, but I don't. We'll just do it this way. Leadhead's eating good to die. Yep. Yeah, I'll just make stairs. Why not?
I killed a wolf.
Hell yeah. That's bushmeat and pelts. And if you remember where you got that borax, we might start looking around there or find some limestone so we can process these hides, because we do have that one rotten in that hole. Well, hopefully it's still not rotten yet, but it will be.
We got hella wolf meat, let me just say.
Yeah, maybe we should think about a cellar or the next location for a base.
I'm glad I went into the combat spec because I have been popping all of these wild animals.
That blackguard roll right there. All right, where is this base?
We'll never go hungry.
Home sweet home. Well, until the winter comes and there aren't many animals, then you might go hungry. But hopefully we'll have a good store of food by then.
So to build a cellar, do I just start building down beneath our base?
So yeah, if you want to build a cellar here, what you need is a sealed 7x7 or no larger than that area, completely surrounded by earthen materials. So like wood, or not wood, but stone, clay, dirt, that sort of thing. And that'll make food that's stored in there last longer. Let me see. I got 30, so I can make 3 tools or an ingot or something. I picked these raw bowls up here. I don't know why I made something else, because it disappeared on me. Let's see, and how long are these hides going to last? Oh, a day? That's not good. That's not good at all. Did you happen to get any fat from those animals?
Yeah.
We might use them to make an oiled pelt or two. So you can check that in the hot bar. Or not the hot bar, but the handbook. There's these 2 raw hides sitting in that chest right here on the left. Not far left, but a second from it. That you could hit them with the lotion on the skin, so to speak.
How do I put the fire starter against the wall again?
Control shift and then on the ground there.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Whatever.
Okay. So I should go ahead and plant these rye seeds, because once it gets too hot in the summer, this rye won't last. It will die. The rye die.
So you want me to oil all of the hide?
No, just the one day the ones that have like 1 day left before they rot. Like, let me show you the chest here.
I got it.
Sip, you got it.
I also got the borax.
Ride, die, and I cry. Okay, but we need a decent amount of borax and a barrel in order to do that. And for a barrel, I need to make a saw. And so I'm going to start working on... And in order to do that, I need a hammer mold first. So where's... do we have any clay left? Do I have any clay here?
I'm not sure.
Let's see. I might have to go back by the old thing. Oh, there's plenty of red clay here, though. I'll take about half a... Well, not half a stack, but half of that. And then make a hammer mold here. So I don't want to make it in that hole, though. I just lost that. Well, whatever. Okay, so hammer mold, let's see. And a prospecting pick would be nice too. I could use one of those. Hammer. Let's see, is there anything else? Falx, maybe. Or spear. Yeah. So normally spearheads aren't moldable, but I have a mod to do that.
For my spearhead.
Yeah, my spear lovers. Let's see. Let's go ahead and lay this clay down.
Dude, we got a lot of oiled leather now.
Hell yeah. And you let that cure and it'll turn into a pelt. And you can make like primitive clothing with it. That's kind of cool. It's not as good as cured leather, but it is it beats letting it rot. Like I said, once we get to that borax area and have some barrels, we can do the whole leather making process. But we're going to have to find some oak trees before we can actually make leather, because you need them for that tannin. And I haven't seen an oak tree yet in this area, but I haven't been looking too close either, so that's on me.
Jeez. Get you a soup. Get you some soup, brother.
I could use some soup here. And I guess I'll give you this meat here. Let's see.
I'll put all the cooking stuff in one pot.
Cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit down and eat this bowl here.
Oh, look at that. We got hella food. We're not gonna be wanting for food.
I might even have another. Well, no, there's only 2 in it, so that's right. Oh, I was gonna wait. I need to plant this rye before I forget about it. I should probably mark this garden on the map, huh? Let's see.
I'll start to work on the cellar. I'll build it next to the house.
Whiskey. Yeah, you can actually make whiskey in this game. Hey, Steer, good to see you. Well, you can make rye liquor, which, you know, it's not... it doesn't age in the barrel. Well, you can have a mod that ages it, but you can distill spirits. There's a still you can build. Let's see right here, you know, a boiler, and then you can make a condenser. It's kind of cool. Make sake and go compote. You can make sake. If you find some rice. Rice grows in a more southern latitude than here, so it might be a while before we find any rice, but sometimes you can find it in an old ruin. Also, our garden is about as big as it can be right now, so it needs to be bigger. Let's see, do I have my hoe on me? Always. Of course, if I bust that open, I'll save the seed for a little bit here. It's not that dire, and we may be moving eventually, like I say. I need to stop getting ADD here and actually get something cooking, though. Alright, so this is going to be our hammer, and this is going to be important because you can't use these chunks unless you break them up with a hammer first. Let's see, I'm going to need more clay, good gracious. More clay. That's a decent amount of fat. That's cool.
Oh, more bush meat appeared in my inventory. What the hell?
That's red meat. That's even better than bush meat. So you get red meat from goats and sheep and rabbits and pigs, and you get bush meat from like wolves and bears and that sort of thing. All right, there's the second one right there.
Hell yeah, brother.
Spear mold will take us into the next stage there.
So I have some bad news. I can't continue the cellar.
Oh yeah. Why? Because you don't have a pickaxe.
Exactly.
Here, let me throw you the pick here. Take care of it. Don't let it get too low, because we'll need it for more copper.
Can you repair it somehow?
No, but we can make another. I just want to make sure we have enough copper. So once I get this hammer made, you can make yourself a pick, and then it won't be a problem. But it's good to have at least a backup, you know, in case you die and lose your stuff forever. Because then you basically have to start all over again until you can get another hammer and pick. And that's no good. All right, let's go ahead and
no good.
throw that in there. All right, then we're gonna need some hell of grass here. So, you got any grass on you?
I got dry grass.
How much?
1.
No, not good. So it's about 2 a.m. I think I'm going to sleep here. Get the morning coming.
Because when the morning comes, that's not a real song.
There's got to be a song that goes like that.
Gotta be.
I'm going to put these ride seats up. Oh, and you got a birch seat. True, that's cool.
But you know, Milo, this whole vintage story stuff has really taught me that an old dog can learn new tricks.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought I was too old for Minecraft, even, if we can be real.
Yeah, I didn't start Minecraft till I was like, well, a lot older than most Minecraft players. Let's say that.
Let's just say some stuff like that.
Yeah, let's just like imply things. Wake up in the morning feeling like Minecraft Steve. That's my Minecraft. Well, Kesha's gonna want at least $3,000 for that.
Plus, for the added trauma.
Oh yeah, because it made her think of the P Diddy line there, of course.
Of course, P Diddy, controversial figure in 2025. Famously not controversial figure before then.
Yeah, famously not controversial in 2024. Or, I guess, 2023. Yeah. Oh, look, some berries.
This cellar is going to be the sickest, nastiest cellar you've ever seen in vintage stores.
Sell me on this cellar here.
It's going to have a luxurious location right under our base.
Nice.
It's gonna have a door.
Sweet. All right. That's sounding like a cellar already. Throw a celebratory Diddy party in the cellar. Goodness gracious. Well, unfortunately, I didn't install the baby oil mod, so that'll have to wait.
A cellar just has to be a place for us to stick our meat, right?
Yeah, meat and veg and grains, and if you put a storage or a storage vessel in there, it'll make it last even longer. Use animal fat close enough. Yeah, that's like the bushcraft Diddy party. You can actually press flaxseed oil, though. That's kind of cool. Copper now.
What would be like caveman P Diddy? It would be like pterodactyl Diddy. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
what would his music be like? I don't know any P Diddy music to make this joke. I'm sorry.
I used to know some, but I'm forgetting it off the top of my head.
Yeah, after what he did, it's easy to.
Well,
it's
Coming
easy to
Home is
forget.
the one that everybody likes, I think. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Let the world know I'm coming home. Even though his part is not even the best, but all right, let's
Is
go ahead
that a
and...
Kanye West song?
No, it's a P Diddy song.
Was Kanye in it?
No, it was him and some lady.
Some lady. Hold on, Mr.
Okay,
Molson.
well, I just don't know her name. That's all. I'm not saying something. Gun to your head, no one can name a Diddy song. Yeah, well, except for that one.
Real Diddy heads, they know a second Diddy song.
Pass the Crevassier. Is that a Diddy one? He's in a lot of it, I think. That's a pretty good one. I think that is a Diddy song. Pass the Crevassier. Let me tell you something. Pass the Crevassier. But I don't need to be complimenting Diddy's music in 2025.
Real bad look. Real
Yeah,
bad
it's not a
look.
good I always get P Diddy mixed up with R Kelly. Well, yeah, they're kind of in the same bad boy club, bad boy entertainment.
Similar naming scheme also. Letter, word.
And with Y, did some naughty things, fusing them together like DBZ. Man, I don't know if there's a lawyer in this world who'd be ready to go against that. Let's see. I need some sticks here. Where's some? I guess I gotta go grab them. Look
I
at
got
this.
sticks.
How many you got? You got a lot of sticks.
I got a lot of sticks,
All right,
brother.
hit me up. All right, thank you. That's 8. Okay, 9. Maybe 12. All right, that's a good
There you
start.
go.
That's a good start. Appreciate it.
Now I got a fuckload of stone.
And you can combine that with clay and make cobblestone. If you want to make the, that look different, but you can just leave the raw stone if you want. Because, like I said, might be a good idea to move, might not. I don't know. It just depends on what the lay of the land is.
Yeah, much like the Three Little Pigs, our next house gotta be brick.
Yeah, I gotta get bricked up for the next one. And having it in a wide flat plain where there's plenty of farmland area where you don't have to terraform like crazy. Good idea, I think.
That could be our second home.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason to burn this one down or anything, because this is close to spawn. And until we find some temporal gears, it's a good little safe house or stash house or whatever. Or a trap house.
Yeah, you could say so. You could call it that. I'll allow it. Let me stack some rocks.
Okay. Oh, I got pine cones. We're planting pine trees. Look at what ecologically conscious right here.
So just placing stone down doesn't stack it up. That's very unfortunate.
No. You have to make it into cobblestone first. Or like ashlar blocks, I think they're called. Yeah. But that's, you have to mine actual stone for that. Like big blocks of it. Alright, I don't know why I'm sticking sticks down right there. I don't have a mold or anything. Alright, now I need firewood. And luckily there's a ton of it out here. Well, not really, but anymore. but enough, I think. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, sweet. All right, in approximately 24 game hours, we'll have some molds, some moldy molds. Go ahead and put this up here. I guess I'm just holding on to it then.
We need more storage.
Yeah. Once I get these done, I'm gonna make it. Actually, I can go ahead and start making it. I'll run out of clay, but I'll start making a storage vessel. These are great for storing grain and vegetables. Not as much for meat, but for meat, what we can do is once we get some copper hooks, we can make some meat hooks and dry it out on the ceiling and make sausage and all sorts of good shit.
That's incredible.
It's just
Cellar's gonna be the best, the greatest.
People love the good cellar. What can I say?
But you see, the new dogs, they don't know the old tricks. They only know new tricks.
Yeah,
that's
but
where
the old dogs, they know the old tricks and they're learning the new tricks because somebody's teaching them.
They're capable of learning new tricks and they're learning them, and they also know the old ones. So in that sense, it's all about the old dogs.
The old dogs, yeah.
Who needs the new tricks, man? Wake up, sheeple.
The old tricks work just fine, you know. The old dogs are still here.
They work in situations where the new tricks fall short, if we can be real.
Yeah. I'm gonna go look for some more clay. I think I got it marked on my map. I do. All right, sweet. Here's this rabbit. I wonder if I should just go, casually try to stab this rabbit. I think we got enough meat though.
Our cellar is a little grandiose.
No, they can be, but the minimum for a cellar is just like a 1x1 hole in the ground that you put a dirt block on. So we have like a micro cellar in the house already where those skins are.
No, our cellar is something else completely. Our cellar is like a whole shebang. The whole shebang? You may have heard of it.
Yeah. A couple blueberries here.
I like that the soundtrack went real caveman tribal ding 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 ding.
Yeah, they did a great job on the soundtrack. Oh my god, that's a pine tree with 2 resin on it. That's crazy. You don't see that hardly ever. Of course, it's all in the middle of the air. But
would a new dog have been able to identify it and use a trick such as that one?
Kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt it.
I don't think so.
They don't teach that in the new dog school, I don't think.
New dog school. Your boyfriend, he ain't nothing but a new dog. What you need is an old dog.
Yeah, there are a lot of wolves around here suddenly. Are those the same 2 I've been looking at, I guess? And at some point it'll make sense to make some improvised armor. But I'm not sure quite if that's the idea yet. Okay, let's get a whole stack. Man, my spear's looking rough. Time to make another one.
These old dogs got these rough spears, man.
Yeah, let me tell you an old trick. It's called flint napping. You might have heard of it.
These new dogs wouldn't know what to do with an old spear.
Yeah, they buy like Amazon might be what they're saying. But, I learned that new trick too.
I learned this new trick because I'm an old dog.
You gotta have the perspective of an old dog.
Hey, this is just that other joke again. What the fuck?
Never claimed it wouldn't be rebranded.
Put a new coat of paint on an old joke. That's a new joke.
That's a trick for you. New trick, old joke. All right. I haven't gone down here yet, so I'll keep that in mind. All right.
We're not like your average gamer podcast. We have 2 jokes now.
Yeah, which is one more than last week. So I'm hey, that's progress. Learning new tricks, right?
We're getting huge gains in the comedy department.
That's like doubled.
I'm starting to starve. I have to head back to the base.
You can't paint an old dog a new coat. That's true.
But we're not painting the dog. We're painting the trick.
See, that's the difference right there. And maybe this dog, what's a dog wearing a coat for anyway, you know?
Exactly.
That sounds like a new dog kind of complaint right there. If I'm being honest.
That's how the new dogs move, man. Old dogs don't need coats. I got pretty far from the base without dying of starvation, if we can be real.
Yeah, and there's plenty of meat in there, so you could probably, I think there was 11 red meat in there. You could make a 5-5, and then well, I don't know what the other ingredients are looking like, but maybe later. Hell, okay, we still got ways to go on that one. Oh wait, do we have another hole? We do. Nice. All right, let's put this bad boy in there. Right there.
I got a moose calf on the way back.
Oh, sweet.
Never come back empty-handed. That's what we say around here in the old dog base.
That's how old dogs used to do it. You can't dog a trick with a new dog. Yeah. These new dogs, they just don't get it. But when they turn into an old dog, they'll understand, I'm sure.
You can't trick an old dog with a new stick.
But you can turn a new dog into an old dog. All right. Oh, I got all this gravel now. Damn. Wait, I guess this is... Oh, yeah, this is from where you were doing the cellar. Okay. I'm just gonna... I can hear you starving to death right here.
It's all right.
Here, let me throw you some berries. That'll tide you over. That process sounds like it's hard to reverse, so be careful. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to say this new dog's going to like being an old dog, but it does have some benefits. Hard times create old dogs. There you go. That's a fusion right there. These new dogs, they're from the soft times. All right. I need some more... I think I got that lit, didn't I? Old dogs create new dogs. Yeah, it's kind of the circle of life, I guess.
New dogs learning new tricks become old dogs that are capable of learning new tricks and also know old tricks.
Yeah, that's kind of how dog knowledge compounded over the centuries, you know. And then pretty soon you got dogs going to the moon, not just howling at it.
That's true. Now, getting them back from the moon, we're still working on that one.
Yeah, that's workshopping right there. Let's see. I could make some conglomerate cobblestone, but I won't. I don't know why I'm carrying this pineapple seed around with me forever, because I don't want to throw it away, but we can't grow it here because the weather's just shit. You'd have to start like in early April, and you'd have to have a greenhouse, and that's asking a lot right now. So
Our house is brown, bro.
yeah. Well, once you make some glass, you know that's another story right there. A vintage
Another
story.
vintage story. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
It was coming. It was coming. The moment. Yeah.
It's like that song that Eminem came out with. If you had one chance, one opportunity.
Yeah.
Ooh, that stew is gonna go crazy hard.
All right, so let's see. What kind of dimensions are we working with in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that will work, but you will have to completely block off this stair area. The stair area.
There'll be like a door, probably.
Crude door won't do it, by the way. So you'll
see,
just...
this little entrance is gonna be where we put elaborate trophies.
Okay. So where's the actual cellar?
It'll begin in like from past this threshold.
So this threshold, this is the demarcation line.
Right.
Okay, cool.
We need to make a special door for our special cellar.
Yeah. It's going to be a cellar among cellars for sure. All right, I get there's not much I can do at night really right now, so except wait on that hammer. I got some rye grain, some spelt grain. Let's see. What'd you decide to go with on that soup? Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's a healthy stew right there. Except, okay, I thought you put those death caps in there for a second. I was like, hold on a minute. Nah, but you got the field caps in there.
Well, I thought they would add some much needed flavor to the soup.
Little piquancy right there. Okay, so let's see what our map's telling us here. I need to, well, I don't have to do it right now, but I guess I should have done a better job of marking them, but one of these will have to be re-explored. There's some tool over there if you want to make a thatch roof. Not really into it right now. Some more berries over there. Blue clay, which is kind of rare to find now. And a pear tree. No partridge yet, though, unfortunately.
Damn, what the fuck?
I guess I'll have to wait for Christmas, huh?
I mean, that's when they're most likely to be chilling on them trees.
Yeah. But I guess be keeping an eye out for some turtle doves in the meantime, too.
Definitely. Yo, this soup went insane.
All right, yeah, let's get a bowl of that. There we go. Let's see, I ate a little bit of that, and that's I still got 7/10 of it. Yeah, that's nice.
That soup gave me a sense of satisfaction knowing that I brutalized those animals.
Yeah. Let's see, it's yeah, red meat. So that was that you that killed one of us, I guess. All right. Probably gonna make some more firewood right now, I guess.
Whoa, is that bony soil?
Yeah, save that. That's good. What you have to do with that is you have to carve a bowl out of a log, and then you can pan, you know, like a old gold miner panning for gold, and you can find, you know, little cool things in it sometimes. It's kind of a pain to do forever, but usually in bony soil you'll find some good stuff. Just regular gravel, it takes a while. All right, I might as well cut this one down here. Let's see.
I got some black coal for us.
Oh hell yeah, that's good. One piece won't quite do it, but that will be useful. Because you can grind that up with some, excuse me, other stuff and make bombs.
Were?
Sure, yeah. And you can use them to mine with. And you can also that's also needed for making steel and stuff.
Flint and steel.
Flint and steel.
I can't believe that one movie theater had the fireworks going off in the theater. That
That's
shit's crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
Like after the novelty wore off a few seconds in, when I guess like you see it in the crowd too, everyone's really like, what the fuck, that's crazy, and then
And they're like, what the fuck? That's crazy. You know,
it sets in that
the
there's real
vibe totally
fireworks.
shifts. Yeah.
You can like almost see the moment everyone is like, shit, I gotta leave.
Yeah, I was like, this is one of the only times you get to shout fire in a crowded theater and be cool with it. So
That would be so funny. Oh man, I would have loved to been in the theater for that. Oh shit, I need to make a new spear if I'm gonna be out here.
and there goes that log or the axe probably. Oh no, I still got a little bit of health on it. All right, let's see. It's midnight-ish, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip some time here. Sleep. Let's see. Yeah. That peat's real handy, isn't it?
Pete?
Yeah, for cooking.
Yeah, I don't even remember where we got it.
I have a marked spot or two. Let's see. Actually, I think I can use the mod to share that now. That's like getting the safety briefing while you sit next to the escape window on a train. Was told you could keep a little hammer if you had to use it. Oh man, hell yeah. Little hammer. Well, that'd be a cool souvenir. It's like, I use this thing to break out of a train window. True story. Man, this shit is still cooking. Got enough coal here at least for a little. Let's see that. So you want about one piece of coal for every 3 ingots you got. And that's going to be about 3 ingots worth of tools right there. So 3 pieces of coal it is. All right, and how are we doing on hydration on their soil? 82%, 84. That's good enough, I guess. Once we get a bucket, you can really start adding that up. All right, I got to figure out what I'm doing today while I'm waiting on that, though. Let's see, is there anything on the map nice and close? Of course, we got pretty good lead. Could make some more charcoal, I guess, but I'll wait. Copper, dirt, that pear tree. I'll leave the pear tree because the pear tree is going to take at least a year to get it making pears, so that's gonna have to wait probably.
3 pieces of coal, no Dylan.
Let's see. So you got that from panning?
No, I got it from like a brick formation.
Oh, you found an old structure, yeah, in a ruin. All right. Well, my spear's about broken. Otherwise, I'd face off with that. Oh, here's a dead raccoon pup. I guess I'll see if I can get anything out of it. Probably not.
I am southwest from the base in the forest.
Let's see. Southwest from the base in the forest.
I'm in the thick of it.
I'm not seeing you, but that's fine.
I'm almost all the way through the forest. I'm headed toward the southern grasslands.
Oh yeah, we got some cobblestone here. That's nice. See some. Oh yeah, I was gonna check out that dead raccoon.
Oh, I was gonna tell you how lucky I've been on Maple Story. Holy, I've been kind of lucky on Maple
Hell
Story.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So I passed 9 60% scrolls on this overall for my magician.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 960% in a row, by the way. That's kind of fucking improbable mathematically, if we can be for real about it. So I was very happy about that. I also I passed 6 out of 10 on a Zachem helm, which is like right average for 60% on 10 slots, right?
Yeah. Hey,
but we take those. We take those. Oh, there's a coast over here.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much to run the game, so I think if you can run Minecraft, you can run Vintage Store mostly.
This does have me missing our Minecraft world a little bit.
Oh yeah,
not gonna lie.
The Create Craft one, or
we need to go back to Create Craft.
Yeah, I think it's actually still running right now. It might be.
We need to go back. Medium fertility soil. Should I scoop some of this up?
Yeah. I mean, it's not super rare. Just for whatever reason, there where our base is, there's not a ton of it. I did find some southwest though, so like don't go out of your way to get it. But or we could just move our base to where the farmland is good. That's also an option. Probably a good idea. Well, not move it, but make another one. Base number 2.
So I shouldn't scoop this up then.
I'll let you make that call. You're an old dog. You know what to do.
We will just eventually make a farmhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, there's enough of it. Let me go back and get some more of that copper. Actually, I think those tools should be, or those molds should be done by now. So let's check it out. I'm so tempted to fight these animals, but I know I'll die, so. At least until I can get a copper spear. Oh, look at this run. This is cool. This game has good storms, very comfy. Yeah, the rain and the wind, very nice in this game. Atmospheric.
The rain and the wind and the rain. Everybody knows my spear goes insane. I don't know, man. Yo, this is a pretty tree. It's a maple tree.
Oh yeah, now you got your maple story. And you can, it's too late in the year for it, but in I think December, January, and February with the primitive survival mod, you can tap those maple trees and make maple syrup. Doesn't that sound nice?
Yo.
But it's only in the cold months, so the coldest months.
The coldest winters.
Oh yeah. You gotta be shaking and shivering and quivering and
quaking on it.
Yeah, quaking on it.
Sorry, that's a different game. Quake Arena.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, John Carmack. No offense intended. Alright, I guess there's no more bony soul, unless I probably dug for it, but I don't care.
What if I made a stew that was just meat on meat on meat on meat? Would
you
that
can
not
make
work?
quad meat stew, yeah. And it's it's called very hearty stew, and it does stick to your ribs. That is the tummy full stew experience right there. Wow, this shit's still cooking off. All right, so that rabbit just fell in that whole burning material, but it got out somehow. Kudos to you, rabbit. All right, I'm gonna make a Hail Mary throw on this spear.
I got a common moral.
No, that didn't work. Oh, nice. Morel mushrooms are good. All right, why am I running after a fucking rabbit? I'm like a dog. Yeah. An old dog can't forget the old tricks sometimes.
That's the thing about old dogs, man. It's some of the old tricks we as a society decided that we didn't need those tricks anymore, man. Look at me, I'm starting to sound like a new dog.
Yeah, old dog can't unlearn the old tricks sometimes. Let's see.
Old dog is going to therapy because of what some of the old tricks did to him.
Old dog's working through
Yeah. Old dog's daughter is willing to start talking to him if he goes
it.
through this therapy.
The divorce really got old dog in a bad headspace. Made him think about a lot of things. But can an old dog turn over a new leaf? That's the question.
Old dog picked up a new trick. His daughter wouldn't like to know, but the scratch offs,
It's like free
they're
money.
hitting.
Okay. Oh, we do have some fence boards here. Okay, I think I will expand the farm by 4.
Old dog doesn't like to talk about it.
Old dog, let old stories be old stories, you know.
Let old dogs lie.
Yeah. Okay, do I still have my hoe? I do, but I need to fill this with dirt, so I'll go ahead and dig it out.
That's what he said to her.
Let's see. Do I have
See
any
a rabbit.
medium on me? No, I don't.
Where'd my spear go?
Oh wait, hold on. At least on unlike Minecraft, you can jump on the farmland and it won't break the dirt or the plant. That's kind of nice. That's a quality of life thing.
You know what they need to do? They need to change the AI logic so all the animals don't just fuck off into the ocean. You know what I mean? That's not realistic.
Yeah, that's true. Milo's always digging her out. That's you know it. Let's see. So I need to get. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 medium soil.
And I'm not saying that because I'm salty because it's happened a bunch of times. I'm saying that because I wish it would stop happening, man. Please.
Well, I mean, you can take that into your advantage sometimes because it is easier to kill them if they're swimming and, the water's not too deep. Because you can swim faster than a lot of the animals.
Yeah, that's an old dog thing.
Yeah. You'll learn one of these days, new dog.
New dog looks up to old dog, but some of the shit he says, man.
New dog doesn't want to say anything to seem disrespectful, but old dog might be full of shit a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
New
hell yeah,
dog
I got a
wishes.
worm. I'm here playing with my worm now.
Oh shit! Could we fish with that, or did
You
not
can
install the
put it
fishing
on
rod yet?
I haven't installed the fishing mod, but you can make a fishing line and lay it out. If we got some water nearby, and I think we do, we could do that. You need to get to the electric age so you can throw car batteries in the ocean to charge the eels as nature's electric fence. Yeah. There are a couple good electric mods for this game, but I don't have them installed right now. But they require a ton of resources to mine, so. Oh goodness, lightning. Alright, I was looking for medium soil until I wound up in the woods here. Alright, that's gonna be north of here.
I got a fuckload of fish.
That's good. Oh, what we need to do is make a smokehouse. Or well, it's not a smokehouse, it's like a little smoke thingy, but just nature charging its seals. Yeah. That's how it works. See, and it's called a smoker. And that's just, well, we need planks. In order for that, I need to get this hammer going and a saw. And in order for that, I need a hammer or an anvil. It's always one thing after another. Well, I guess now that those are, huh?
I'm just going on adventures, gathering us a lot of meat.
Absolutely.
That's how I get my fun.
Yeah.
And I do mean it. Like in a survival situation, this is how I would play out. I would wander into the forest,
just gathering meat
stuff.
He hunts and he gathers.
You could say that. It's like you know, if you were a new dog, you might want to sit down and take some notes.
You see, back in the day, we did this thing called hunter-gatherer societies for this new dog agriculture stuff.
You're gonna shit your brick when you see how many fish I got.
Damn, I bet it's at least 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I should be getting this sap here, but I'm full of crappy inventory here. I'll drop the grass, whatever. I'll just come back to the sap. Fuck it. It's like we won't need it for a little bit. And we're in a pine forest. Okay. So where am I gonna put this? I'm gonna put the worm in the garden here. And the garden's over here.
This fella's figuring out where he's gonna put the worm, bro.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna hide the worm there.
Where are you gonna put the worm at?
Where the worm at? All right.
You know, I've been thinking a lot also about Fallout 4 and like how much fun that is every time I play it. Because I saw this like trending video essay like Fallout 4 fucking sucks, and this kind of thing goes viral often-ish. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Fallout 4 is fun.
I think a lot of Fallout fans like to complain, but you know.
Agree. So it's not New Vegas. Whatever, dude. You can have fun in your own way. Are we gonna do 1 month Minecraft after this?
I guess. I mean, get back into that create craft.
That'd be cool. We never finished making our train.
That's true. What did I do with those rye seeds? I guess I put them in the shack. I think the only thing of Fallout that you didn't like is the voiced MC. I can understand that, yeah. I will choke out a New Vegas. All right.
I really enjoy Fallout 4 in a lot of ways. It's just fucking hilarious, the shit that happens in that game, man. Much like what happens in every other Fallout, and everyone makes tons of videos, but like some of the funniest Fallout clips are from Fallout 4 of like that missile, like that clip of that guy going into vats and then like a missile barely missing him, and like he shoots one bullet and it explodes that guy's head or whatever. Like that's like hilarious stuff, man.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Cause like it's like the missile like tickles his butt cheeks, but it doesn't kill him. It doesn't register the hit. Many such cases. I got a lot of red meat.
All right, now it's time to cook. I'm gonna move this cooking pot off the fire here. Set it to the side. And wait till you see Crocs. So you can put your food in there and store it in the cellar. And if you seal it with some animal fat, you can keep it in there for like a year sometimes. It'll cook stew. You know, some nice year-old stew.
Don't you want to come check my cellar? Hold my hand as they walk away.
As it walks away.
Croc
Croc.
mention.
Not like the game, like the terracotta stuff. Let's see, crocs. Yeah. So you got a fired croc. You just put it in there. You can put 4 meals in that bad boy right there. You can see it with fat or beeswax. And that's another thing. I haven't heard a single bee thus far, which is not so rare, I guess. But if we do find them, it might be nice to get some hives. Oh yeah, here we go. So I got my crucible, I got my copper ingots, and I got my charcoal. So let's shake, rattle, and roll here. And I guess I'll get the tongs here. Let's start singing the ancient tong song. Oh, let me let my worm loose here too.
Ooh, that girl so scandalous. The way she skins the rabbit, so fabulous.
You like to eat every single dish, and she rolled in here with some big smoked fish.
Ooh wee.
And I'll just sit here until this cooks off.
Ooh, our meat is getting spoiled. We gotta get to work.
So, yeah. Actually, if you want, well, we don't have a door, but if you want to, there's this mod called Carry On installed. So which one of these chests has the meat? Right here. Oh shit, it is spoiling. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of a waste. I'm afraid. You can cook it, but the meal's gonna. I would cook that as soon as you can. Once I get this copper off, go ahead and
It's gonna
cook all
be
that bush meat.
It's gonna be meat stew.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to eat that quick because it's gonna be spoiled when we start. But actually, what you can do, since we have expanded foods, what you can do is take some of that bush meat and combine it with a rock in the crafting menu and pound it flat, and that should take some of the spoilage off. And then you might be able to take a knife to it further and chop it into chunks, and that should help a little extra. Oh, we got a drifter right there. Oh, we got a temporal rift right outside our dang door. Oh, that sucks. It'll just have to wait till it's gone. All right, here we go. Crucible. Oh, I'm burning the shit out of my hands because I forgot batons. There you go.
Okay, smashed bush meat consumes the stones.
Yeah. Luckily, stones aren't too hard to come by. Wait, did I miscalculate? I did. Oh, fuck. Oopsie. I wasn't thinking. Oh, we got some more over here, I guess. Let's see. 6. Shit, that was not smart. I need to find some more copper stat.
Do you need this pickaxe?
No. No, that won't get me the kind of... I need already loose copper.
Alright, smashing meat. I'm smashing the meat.
Alright, come on. Where's some copper? Copper. Shouldn't have put it in that arrow, that spearhead first. I was not thinking. Okay, but I think we're gonna be okay. 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be 4. That'll do it. All right, we're still back. Oh god, a wolf. Might even still be some coal in that fire.
Oh, if you put fresher meat, it reduces the amount of spoilage.
Yeah,
on
it
the
takes
meat.
like an average. But the meal's going to be spoiled as soon as you cook it. So once it comes off the fire and it's not like kept, hot because of the fire, it'll start spoiling immediately. The spoil kind of happens. So that's kind of why if you put a little bit of spoiled meat in the dish or spoiled anything, it's just going to kind of ruin the whole batch. As they say, a bad apple ruins a whole bunch. Not even talking about the animation either. Let's see, that was 50, so that's gonna be 10. All right, you're cooking on that one. Let's see how long on that.
We need to put fuel on it.
Yeah, could you take that off real fast though, so I can get this hammer done? Okay, I got the. I'll put it back as soon as this gets done. But I need to cook this before that cools down too much. One bad apple a day keeps the doctor at bay. Yeah. The doctor doesn't want to mess with anybody who's eating bad apples. All right, there you go. Light that up, and that should hopefully get that cooked. Let's see, and I'll give you this bush meat back. You smashed it. Let's see. You might also be able to chunk it up. Yeah, see. If you do that, let me show this here. If you take a knife to your smashed bush meat, you can chunk it up, and it's even less rotten. At your feet, there it is.
Okay.
Okay, nope, I need another piece of coal.
Will that be more delicious?
I think it does add a little extra nutrition, but I don't think it's like a huge difference. But it reduces the spoilage, which is kind of nice. I don't have any of that. And this hide's going for a while. Melt, melt, melt. Melt though. Alright, it should just barely be enough. Alright, there you go. Whew. Alright, there you go. All yours, man. Alright, sweet. Just wait for that to cool off. Of course, that is like 300 Celsius right now. That's not something you want to pick up. Oh, and we got a storage vessel now. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna set it in the cellar as it were. It's not quite a cellar yet because it's not sealed. You can just seal the door with dirt, by the way, and it does count. But I'm just gonna put this here for now. Actually. Oh, I heard your tool break.
Yeah, I need sticks. I'll get one.
I got you stick. I got 10 sticks right here. All right, now I need sticks. But there you go. Sunglasses, you got it. I wear my sunglasses at night.
All right, I got some jerky to store in the cellar.
Sweet. Yeah, so that storage vessel, it doesn't actually do anything for the meat. So maybe once we get some chests or something, we can come up with something for that. But looking sharp with my sunglasses after dark? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, being able to see comes secondary to fashion, I think. All right. And I won't leave that floating leaf because well, I just won't. All right, and then I'll plant these pine trees. Man, they get a lot of pine cones. That's good. I like that. Birch tree. You know, it is about tomorrow, I guess. After midnight, it'll be birch season. No, wait. Let's see. What month is that? Does it say in here? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But you can make birch sap, which is kind of a healing potion or a healing liquid. But it might be too late for that. And we don't have those copper spiles anyway, so.
So we need to gather copper. Now that we're well fed and we have a lot of food, I think that's my next objective.
All right, sweet. So I'll once I get this hammer built, I'll pour you a pickaxe and then you can go for that because I'm gonna be doing it too.
I got some life on this pickaxe still.
Oh, that's right. You still have that. All right, you can just have that one then.
Is this a red waypoint in the southwest? Is that one of your copper locations?
Red in the southwest. I think you might have set that. I haven't shared the other ones. I sent you a Pete one. Actually, I think there's the copper and lead one that we last saw. I think that might be right there. You can check that one out. Let's see. What did I do with that damn bowl? Oh, I
see a mining icon, so I think that's
I think I just shared that over. Yeah. If you make a waypoint and right click it, there's a share at the bottom.
If you were a new dog, that's the kind of trick you'd be trying to teach.
Yeah. All right. So I could make another storage vessel, but I don't really feel like doing clay work right now. So I guess time to get to snapping and clapping here. All right, make me a spear, a copper spear, and a copper hammer. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, vicious wolf attack. On my way back for healing stew.
All right, I need some more sticks. I'm gonna make a tool rack, actually. Kind of cool. You can use them to store tools. Imagine that.
A whole rack of them. Even.
Oh, yeah. Racks on racks on racks. I plant that birch tree. Can I get one more stick, please? I don't need it, I don't think. I think it's just a 3x3 here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I'll put it in the house here. All right, hammer time. Actually, probably make some ingot molds at some point too. Oh yeah, I think I picked your fish up here.
That's fine. As long as it's going somewhere.
I was carrying it around, and you know, raw fish isn't something that's good to carry around in your pocket. That's just typically not good.
It's an old dog saying.
Let's see. 24 hours. Yeah, I guess hopefully just remember to cook that, I guess. Yeah, it's okay, Milo. The bear won't follow you home. Good to see you, rookie. Yeah, well, you know. Was that a fish I smell in your pocket? Clear chance. Still got this freaking pineapple seed I'm carrying around forever. Need a garden chest. Well, once I can start making chests, that's going to be when shit really gets clapping. And snapping and popping.
We got small and medium pelts now.
Sweet. So you can make clothes out of that, or you can hold on to them, or you can like put them on the floor and make like rug. All right, so let me.
Fur.
Yeah, boots with the fur.
Line.
Actually, I should have a fire pit out here. This is a forge after all.
Ah, we need shears.
Shears are, yeah, we're going to have an anvil for that. But I think I'll have enough for an anvil pretty soon, maybe. Especially if we both start mining. Okay, so I need to get some grass here and make a fireplace. It's not raining, thankfully. This is kind of haphazard here, but whatever. I need 4 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll go back and try to mine, and hopefully I won't find another wolf.
Yeah.
I stored more jerky in the cellar, though, for whatever that's worth.
And I'll get you a copper spear going, too. Oh, maybe I should do a... Well, I'm worried about prospecting pick later.
We're doing so well. We got tons of meat, dude. We got a home base. Our smelting operations are getting up.
You could say it's really coming together.
We're making a lot of progress.
All right,
we're really dominating the wilderness.
Okay.
Not to make it weird and sexual, but like we are. I mean, we could make it weird and sexual. What do you want? What do you think?
I saw the way Mother Nature was looking at us. Yeah.
That sounds like a Kanye bar.
New Kanye or old Kanye?
Like a medium Kanye.
Medium Kanye. So, not old dog Kanye, but. All right, we gotta stack that there. All right, let's go ahead and make some ingot molds here. Why not? Well, I'll tell you why not, because I'd kind of like to make an anvil first. So that's gonna take a lot of everything, actually. Well, better get to it.
What a bauxite.
Bauxite, that is useful for steel making, and on my last Vintage Story world, I had to travel like 10,000 blocks to find any, so kind of lucky in that regard.
It's starting to rain and thunder outside.
Is that true? Is that so? Hopefully my fire didn't go out. Oh yeah, well, I guess I should throw this in here. New trick Kanye, make bricks Kanye. Yeah. Yeah, he's graduated from making bars to bricks. This anvil mold's gonna take a hell of a lot of clay. I might have to go back out and get some more. Alright, duplicate layer. Let's go 3, yeah. 2.
Dude, and then we can do a Zomboid in like a spookier month.
Yeah, like October, for example. I mean, I guess that's, there's more spooky months than October. Last time I played Zomboid, though, it went tragic. She won a hop in the Rari. Remember, you had to cross like 4 oceans to find one box? Yeah, it was crazy. So we are blessed in this start area. And the fact that you found a borax, that was another thing that I had to basically peel my fingernails off to find. So, yeah.
We're going to have the main smithing base, and we're going to have like a summer farm.
Yeah. I guess this is like kind of a mining camp, maybe? I don't know. Wouldn't maybe go that far, but... Because there's a lot of lead and copper in this area, but I'm not sure what else. Once I get a prospecting pick, I'll know more. And actually, I should go ahead and throw some more copper on the thing. It's hot. It's not that hot yet, so let's throw that in there. So I'll make a pick and a pro pick, I guess. And then we'll make your spear a little later. Last time we played Zomboid, let's just say cringe levels reach new heights. Yeah, it was it got pretty cringy for sure. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, I almost picked that hot copper up. That would have hurt big time. There we go. All right, so pro pick and the regular pick. All right, 100 units. 100 units. And I'll save the rest for a anvil. For now.
Yeah, we gotta start making leather armor.
Yeah. Because there's some improvised armor you can make with like vines and logs and stuff, but I guess we might as well not do that because the wildlife's not so bad here, I guess.
We're much more civilized than that.
Yeah.
New dogs might resort to such, but not an old dog.
Yeah, they know when to hold the fire. Let's see. All right. So this anvil takes quite a lot of clay and 900 units of copper, which is what, say, so you get 5 per, so 20 will get you 100, so 180 copper nuggets is that's what I'm gonna need. That's gonna be kind of crazy. Gotta get that leather club back in business. Yeah. 2 blocks down. No, it's right here, buddy. Leather club is right here. And see, you can use the leather as like a backer for different armor types too, because you kind of need that. Oh, and if you see any flax, definitely get flax seeds. That's a priority, because linen is very important in the game, and we're kind of lacking on that. I guess that is the one critique I'd have. We need a better linen game, for sure. Oh, that wasn't that bad. All right, so let's get this cracking and popping and baking and shaking.
How do we get out of this hole? Oh no.
Alright, where's my knife? There it is. Kind of looks like you just made a toilet. Yeah, pretty much, because I'm just going to have to dump a bunch of copper in there. 900 whole units of it. I got 104 nuggets, and I need 76 more, I guess. Trueno's looking for more.
What am I looking for?
Copper.
Yeah, can you prospect me in a direction?
Did you check out that spot I sent you?
I'm over here. I went into this hole, but I didn't.
What's your coordinates? Do you know?
Wait, am I just supposed to dig straight down from these coordinates?
Yeah, straight down.
Oh my god. I'll try that.
As long as the earth doesn't look disturbed. If it looks like somebody's already dug there, then I might have sent you one that I already went to. Yeah, 38 will do it. Tells them to break rule. Yeah. Well, you know, it's not quite Minecrafty, but so there's way less lava in this game, but you can fall into a cave full of drifters and break your legs and get eaten to death. So that's not good either. All right, more sticks time.
Oh, I found it.
Sweet.
Native copper ore.
Oh, I picked up a bush. What is that? A blueberry bush. I'll put it back down. Alright, that's 8 sticks, which is not nearly enough. One thing that is, sticks are, you know, kind of a pain to get early game at least. Oh, in sufficient quantity, because you need a lot, especially early on. But once you make shears, it's a little easier. Let's see. Once I get like 20, I guess I'll call it there. Sorry, tree. Nothing personal.
marker for me to come back? Because there's more. It's just that I got low durability on this pickaxe, and I'm afraid of getting stuck down there.
Yeah, that would kind of suck. I'd have to make you a rope ladder, I guess, and I don't have the rope for it yet. Or I could just throw some dirt down there and you could stack it up, I guess.
Number one rule in old dog school: don't go into a cave without a way out.
Yeah. You don't get to be an old dog if you don't learn that rule pretty quick.
And you can't learn any new tricks until you learn that one old trick.
So you gotta learn the tricks in order. Alright, so yeah, those carrots are coming along. That's good. And we do have a patch of flax here. Not huge, but still. Okay, so let's get this Baracalac in here. I'll grab some of this excellent firewood here that you got.
I got you some copper. Here you go.
Sweet, appreciate it. Thank you. Let me get you a spear next.
Can you repair this copper pickaxe?
Nope, I'm afraid not. Just use it until it breaks. I think there are mods to repair it, but vanilla is no. Actually, I think you might be able to grind it in a grinder if we get one of those. Fear the old dog in a profession where the new dogs die young. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's true. All right.
That's that's the kind of shit that would be on a t-shirt or perhaps a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Fear not the new dog that knows 1,000 tricks, but the old dog who has learned one trick 1,000 times.
Because they really had to try their best. That dog really went through it learning that trick. All right, I'll make you a pickaxe and a spearhead. Here you go. So let's see, 1, 2, that'll do it. Or you can make it if you want to try it. But you, once it gets glowing hot in this crucible, you'll see it pop from the left on that and to the right. You might need another piece of coal. I think that'll do it though. And then you got to have this these tongs in your offhand, and you pick the crucible up in here, and you shift down on the. Make sure you pick the right molds, the pickaxe mold and the spearhead mold, and just kind of right-click to pour it out into there until it's out of 100, and then let them cool down. And that should do you. And you got to combine them with a stick, of course. All right, let me make a pro pick here so I can figure out what our geological situation is here.
You're gonna find that everything you need and more is nearby.
That would be incredibly lucky. All right, I'm gonna dig out more in this. Oh, what the hell was that? I got hit by something. Did I get? No, I didn't get hit by lightning. I'd be dead if that happened, I think. Yeah, let me go ahead and put a tool rack up here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nope, there you go. Stub your toe on a pebble. Could be. It sounded like I got a bunch of tiny little bits of damage at once. Oh yeah, you're getting close there. Yeah, you don't want to waste that coal, so don't like put a bunch on there. I think I'm gonna take this out here, and that should carry over enough for you. But I'll put your black coal over here, next to the charcoal. Yeah, it'll be hot in just a second there. Yep. All right, it's ready.
We're already leagues ahead of technology connections.
Or primitive technology. All right, it's ready. So if you make sure you got your, you gotta put your tongs in your offhand. See that left on your hot bar, that far left slot. It's kind of hanging off by itself.
Yeah, okay, now what?
All right, and then put your crucible in your hot bar somewhere. All right, and then you come over here, and then you kind of crouch down and hold right click until that pickaxe mold's filled, and then you go ahead and pick your other tool you want. You can do a spearhead if you want. You can do a hammer if you want. You can do a prospecting pick if you want, but I'd probably do a spear. Hey, Scav, good to see you. Ah, this vintage story world looks extremely bleak and depressing. Yep, that's the good stuff. Yep, I love the absolute, bleakness of it. Wow, what a terrible world to survive in, eh? Yep.
Look at that, brother. Look at that, brother. A spear and a pickaxe.
Man, you're eating good. All right, now I guess put the crucible back. You already did. Hell yeah. And this tool rack, you can see how that works. You can just throw it in the tool rack here, and that'll keep it up off the ground there too. Not that it matters.
Look at that.
I love the way this sucks. Yeah.
we gotta put a thatch roof over this thing.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to make thatch, you gotta get a tool, and we did have some here actually. Let me go ahead and share you that waypoint there. If you want to make a more permanent forge area here, if we're really putting down the roots here. But let's see, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, I was gonna do a little geological survey. And I guess I'll leave the hammer at the forge because I don't need to carry it around and lose it.
This is incredible. I feel like I'm really a caveman, or perhaps a dog.
A cave dog, yeah. A wolf, we're bringing back the dire wolves here. All right, so let's get this prospecting pick here. I'll swap it to density search for no search. Yeah, density. All right, now there was a pretty big chasm around here somewhere, if I recall, where I was doing my last mining shenanigans. Where'd it go? Here. All right, so we'll take a sample right here. All right,
so I need to make a mold for shears? Is that what I'm
No, well, unless the mod has an extra mold for that. But what we need now is we need to conserve our copper until we can make an anvil. And then
I can get more copper.
Yeah, we need more copper, and then you can make a, then you can smith some shears. This collab feels like one of those low-budget HBO movies where the city girl who hates the country has to go back to her hometown and learns the meaning of life or something from the cowboy. Yeah, like one of those, well, I wouldn't even go low-budget HBO. I'd say Lifetime movie.
Dude, there was like,
or a Hallmark Channel or something like that,
There were 20 different sitcoms in the 90s with this premise. Man.
Yeah.
There was the Torkelsons, which I talked about before.
Right. Lifetime. Sorry, haven't had cable in 2 decades. Yeah, me either. But it just became such a meme, Let's see. I guess this will be close enough. I'm just going to make another hole in the ground. Why not? I surely won't stub my ankle on this later. All right, so in this chunk we have... Oh, too far away. Son of a bitch. That's how it goes.
There was also Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
You can make brandy in this game, but that's a different thing.
Indeed it is.
One more sample. One more sample. At least it's not too far down to the rock. Alright, we got some cinnabar, which is mercury. We got some very poor bismuthine, some very poor hematite, which is iron. And minuscule amounts of galena, alum, and halite. Oh, so there's a tiny chance there's some salt here, but I wouldn't waste any time looking for it. But that's interesting. Actually, if that counts as ocean over there, we might even be able to dry it out. Let's see.
The copper tools are still very hot, I see.
Yeah. If you have the oh wait, you already made them. Alright, okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say that you can throw it in some water and it'll quench it, but I guess you already got that taken care of. Alright, how's our stew game looking? We got 3 servings left. Alright, that's good. Alright, I'm trying to think what else is we should probably work on either the anvil first or expanding that cellar and actually getting sealed up so our food doesn't rot. Oh yeah, yeah, I see what you're talking about there. Yeah, you just gotta let that cool off, or you can put it in some water, or you can just let it sit there. It's up to
I'll
you.
just let it sit there, I guess.
Just kind of look at it on the ground. And I would get this resin, but I will not right now. Okay, so next, I guess I need to start deleting these copper things if I get them mined out. So do I have any space? I do.
I'll tell you what, once my copper thing is done, I'll go get more copper. And
then you can get more copper with that, yeah.
That'll be the anvil episode.
Okay, yeah, this is where I'm talking about. We got copper, we got lead, we got all the kinds of metals you might need to make something out of. I'll focus on the copper right now. I am carrying around a bunch of lead in my pockets, which is questionably healthy for your nervous system and back and knees. Let's see, well, I can't break it right now, but we're getting pretty close to an anvil, I feel like. That mold ought to be cooked off pretty soon. Let's see, what am I carrying here that I don't need to be extra rock? Oh, and I guess I'll need that dirt to get out of here somehow. Or maybe I'll just never leave. I'll just stay in the mines forever. It suits me fine, I guess.
You know what they say, they be yearning for it.
Oh, yeah. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. As the song goes.
Relax, new dog. It's called old dog humor.
You would get it.
What's the matter, new dog? I mean, old dog. You afraid you might learn something? There's so many directions we can take this new meme.
Another day older and deeper in the block game pit, yeah. And brother, I'm out of dirt to stack out of here with.
Uh-oh. Milo's dead.
Man, this copper keeps coming.
Call that my ex-wife. Haha, I miss her.
I should call her. You owe your soda to the company hole. Yeah, the company hole. Yeah.
Hey yo.
Whoa. I'm gonna do a density search here and make sure I didn't miss anything, or a node search. Excuse me.
Oh, I found more peat.
Nice.
But I'm not gonna dig it up this time.
Oh, and there was more copper. Ah, what a surprise. See, I was about to mark this off. And look at that, there's some more. And more. Good gracious, this is a pretty good little lick of copper, you know that?
We got that's enough for an anvil?
I'm thinking, yeah, there's at least enough for an anvil here. I have this old shovel. Now that shovel's about busted anyway, so I'll just leave it. And I got this one piece of dirt here that is going to save my life. See, that hide is got 2 days left on it. Probably ought to do something with that.
Once we have that anvil, baby, it's all armor from here.
Okay. So we're gonna need. I think it might need more than a crucible holds even. Well, let's see. So let's see what we got. That anvil should be cooked off by now. Oh, I forgot to light it. Classic. Well, it's gonna be a minute here before we can make it, but we're lit now. So let me go ahead and break this up here. After I get a hammer.
No one told me life was gonna be this strange.
Alright, so that, yeah, that's enough right there. That'll do.
Okay, I have a waypoint for copper.
Guess I'll go ahead and delete that one since it's already mined out. Right.
Ross,
did you break ground in Britain? Why is it still rain? Yeah, it's rainy as hell here for some reason. Even though it says rainfall in this area rare, but we're getting hit with it rainy, which I'm not complaining too much because this garden, we don't have a bucket or some irrigation situation going on here yet, so I'm glad it's not dried the hell out yet. So I won't complain about the rain.
Are you winning, son?
Hey, Vortis, good to see you. Yeah, I think we are. I think you could say we are winning. Civilization will be back here in no time at all. Just gotta survive the wolves and stuff. I guess I should start putting the grain in here too. Let's see. I think there was some horde stuff up there. And once we get that sealed off, it'll really kick off. But for now, storage vegetables is better than nothing. I don't know why this death cap's still in there, but I won't ask. We got some rotten stuff here. Might need a compost bin at some point once we get planks. This fish will be fresh for less than an hour, so maybe I should cook it, huh?
Oh, fuck. My stuff is rotting.
Ooh. Oh, maybe I'll just hit it with a rock. Let's see. Do I have any rocks that I can smash this with? No. Man, when you need a rock, you don't got a rock.
Chandler, Phoebe, you were supposed to make the cellar.
Wait.
Wait, I found a village in the distance.
Oh, nice.
Or is this like a trader or something? No,
It might be
like a village.
The villagers, right? It's something from the Better Ruins thing, I imagine. So we don't have enough fish for that. Let's see, 2. I'm just gonna have to. Well, I can't. Let's see, 1, 2. Can I make some fish porridge? No. All right.
2, buckle my shoe.
3, 4, shut the door. I'm gonna eat this raw. All right. Let's see. Put that in there and light that up, and hopefully it won't be rotten by the time we get going here.
Whoa, bony soil.
Yep. Like I said, we can use that for prospect. Oh, it's spoiling. So we're gonna have some slightly rotten fish soup there. Nothing feels better than making your first cellar and seeing your crops go from 1 week to 3 years worth of perishability. Yeah, right. It's like I thought that wasn't gonna last long, but and then you get it real good, and then you get a sealed crock in there, and it's like I've got some beef or some red meat stew here. It's gonna last for about a couple years, especially when the winter comes. Oh my! We got so much food, it's just rotten here. That's just crazy. Of course, that when winter comes, it's going to be a different story.
How do I access my equipment inventory?
So your C, if you hit C. See, I think this is starting to. No, it's good for 3 days. What about that? Our torches are going out. So go ahead and so we don't get drifted here. That's Norwegian fermented fish stew. Yeah, we've got some what's it? Surströmming going on here. All right, like I said, that anvil's going to be a little while before we get going on that. All right, anything else to be done in the nighttime? Oh, I hit that one. Map. What's the map say? Let's see. And there's that tool over there if you want to make that thatch. I guess I'll hit that copper up over there if I haven't already. And we'll use this handy dandy new mods feature where it makes a little beacon. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Bam. Of course, a little less wandering in the dark. Saw a video of a guy opening that and the can blew up in his car. Yeah, I would never open that in a vehicle unless I hated whoever had that vehicle. Because you're not getting that out anytime soon. Alright, I guess I'll leave the marker here, but I will get rid of the glowy. Let's see. Alright, in we go. Probably ought to make some gravel stairs here. Of course, this is going to collapse the nanosecond I go in there, so. Alright. Well, that was underwhelming. Well, here we go. To be honest, I find fermented food gross. Some of it's good, some of it's nasty. Except alcohol. Yeah, that one's real good. But, you know. Yogurt's good, kimchi's good, sauerkraut, chocolate. Chocolate's a fermented food. You know, I wouldn't write it off that fast. Kind of like sauerkraut. Yeah, sauerkraut's good. And you can make sauerkraut in this game. I think we need some salt for that. And it's going to be a while to find that, unless we get like hella lucky. Of course, if the area that water to the where we started near, if that counts as ocean, and expanded food, you can actually put that in a barrel and let it evaporate and get some salt. It takes a while, but and you can actually boil it too if you really want to waste fuel. Can't believe fermented food talk is what's gonna make me eat lunch early. Well, there you go. I mean, it's good. Why not? All right, I'm stuck here in a pit of gravel. Oh wow, look at that. Now, of course, I'm gonna get crushed immediately as soon as I mine this, but well, it's part of the job hazard, right? Oh god damn it. I might actually die. Probably ought to better have a life insurance policy or a better tactic. We'll see which one. A little cave in never hurt nobody. Yeah. Except when it does. I'm just taking damage here because I know there'll be stew for me, like right here. Well, I can't. I'm full health or full satiation. That stew just really sticks to your ribs. All right, let me stand here. That's a little safer, marginally safer. No, it's not that much safer, but you know. All right, you know what? That's good enough. I guess we got all the copper in here, right? There's definitely more, but I'm just gonna write that off.
Ruined Warhammer.
Yeah, I think you can you can use glue to fix that and just look at it, but you can't use it. I don't think you might be able to. I think some of like ruined spears you can use for a couple, but they're not very durable, obviously, because they're ruined. Let's see if that I was picking up that copper, thank god. That would have been fun if I hadn't been. I'd have to dig all that gravel out, and this thing is still going. God damn. Alright, I need to make something to keep this fire pit out of the rain, otherwise it's not going to last. Alright, so I'm just going to yeet this gravel right here.
Free cooking pot, I guess.
I mean, that's good to have. Because some stuff you can make messes up the cooking pot. And then you can't make food in it anymore, like glue and that sort of thing. All right, I was looking for something that I've completely forgotten. It'll come to me later, or it won't.
Oh, I'm very far from base.
He's way off baseline. Whoa, don't fall in there. Actually, you know what? I should have probably filled that up, huh? I'm trying to remember if you can keep making glue in the ruined glue. Yeah, you can. You can make glue in the glue pot as long as you want, but you can't make food anymore. That's the thing.
Mods, put that man in the glue pot.
Send him to the glue pot. Boil him, please.
He will be turned into an adhesive.
Thanks for sticking around. All right. Put that rye in there. There we go. All right, let's put, do I have any food I can shove in there? I don't think so. Except my stew. I'll just go ahead and take a nibble of that. And that's empty. Well, I could have some of that half-rotten stew in there. That's going to be delicious. All right, we do need to get this cellar situation solved soonish. But that can wait. Oh, our cranberries will start coming in before too long, or some of our other berries. That's nice. Let's make jam. We don't have any honey though, so it's not going to be jam time for a while. Oh, that's right. I was looking for something to cover that up. And there were some ruins. What I need is a bucket, actually. But until then, I guess I'll just have to wait. Thank goodness for the rain. That's all I can say. Let's see. Guess I can go ahead and break this copper up. Oh, you know what? I need to make some ingots, but in order for that, I need some more clay. So let's go this way. Clay is what? There. Let's go ahead and pin that. Beacon it, actually. There we go. Let's get that red clay. Oh, I saw some quartz there. Are you finding anything way out in the wilderness there?
I got some supplies. I grave robbed some ruins for some clothes.
Nice.
You're gonna see some crazy drip when I pull up, let me just say.
Hey, Cypher, good to see you. At nighttime with the rains is so cozy. Yeah, this game, what it does so well, I think, is ambiance. Just like the combination of the music and the wind blowing and the weather, and like thunderstorms especially. Like in a summer thunderstorm in this game, something real nice. And also, Trueno, good to see you. The craziest form of aging I've seen is mold aging. It's not even fermenting exactly. It's just getting a safe monoculture of fuzzy mold to completely colonize the fish or beef or whatever. Apparently, it's not even gross like the Norwegian one. Well, actually, I think salami and pepperoni can kind of do that too. Because they have the lactic acid bacteria in them that does the initial fermentation. And in later stages, there's a mold on the outside, in some of it anyway, that can kind of finalize it and give it a different kind of flavor. Insane sense of progression as well. Yeah. You know, starting from literally napping flint and to doing all these chemical processes and making metal armor and stuff. It's really nice. And it keeps getting better. They keep adding more stuff constantly. So it's in it's in like, you know, what would you call that? Not pre-release, but I guess whatever they call it. And it will be for a while. Oh, very cool. Didn't know that. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of fermentations, you know, they have multiple stages with multiple different, like, microorganisms. Kind of cool. A nice book to look at it is on fermentation by Sandor Katz. That's kind of that explains a lot of it, I think. I like he's got several books on fermentation that I like to read.
61% spoil though. Fuck.
Yeah, you might as well eat that. You know, get your slop. Haven't played much over the last few months. Put about a week into Katara's Vintage Store server before Cobblemon ran through my friend group like crack in the 80s. Yeah, there's always different games going through. Like Trueno and I need to get back to Create Craft at some point. So it's just there's always games.
There's always a mod for your favorite block game.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I could get a little more clay. Why not? When the Coke had a little zip to it, yeah. Back when Coke really was Coke. I guess, you know what? I might as well just get all this clay, because there's only like 2 more blocks, and then I can delete the waypoint. But then, unfortunately, I'll have to find another one. Alright, I guess that is it. We have clapped out the clay. The clay has been slayed. Alright. There'll be more. And there's some blue clay across the way. I gotta stop rhyming shit, damn.
Milo, you need to chill.
Chill
bro.
with the rhymes, bro. Get with the times, bro.
Did the copper stuff disappear?
The copper stuff? What do you mean?
The stuff I left cooling off out here on the dirt?
It might have. Did you not keep an eye on it?
No.
Oh no. Yeah, it definitely disappeared then.
Oh fuck.
That's okay. We got lucky,
shit.
but yeah, you need to keep an eye on. But see, that's why if you get, you know, kind of impatient with it, what you can do is you can manually quench it in some water. But yeah, don't worry about it. They would have, you know, ended up broken somehow anyway. So it's just 200 little bits of copper, and we are on a copper empire. It seems like we got lucky, even though this chunk doesn't have copper showing up in its resources, which is I guess we just got lucky with the surface copper here a lot. But yeah, once we get the anvil, you can go ahead and make you some more tools there. I think I set the timeout for an hour, but I think that's only if somebody dies. So, yeah. Anyway. And this is still cooking, unfortunately. Well, actually, I guess I'll go ahead and get your tools right now, because we'll have enough, I think. Let me double check the math here. So we need 180 for the anvil. So that's going to be... do the clay items break over time? Like the molds? No, but they will now in this 1.20. If you get them wet, they will break. So normally, you could take a watering can and pour it on the clay mold while your stuff was hardening and make it go faster. But now, if it's raining on them, it'll break them too. That's why I have them covered up, because the thermal stress will just shatter them. But yeah, most of the clay stuff you can kind of keep forever. So let me, like I said, get you that. Let's see. So I need 180. So that'll be 2, and then 50. So 52 for the anvil. Let me double check that math. So 130 and then 180. Yeah. So, okay, here you go. I'll go ahead and throw you. I don't know. I'm doing it the slow way. I'm still gonna
just one, just one pickaxe is fine.
Pickaxe will
I'll
do
do with the flint spears. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But there you go. You can go throw a piece of coal in there, and you'll have it. You'll have it ready to go. And we do have more copper, and there's more on the way actually. So. Yeah, easy mistake to make, so don't worry about it.
Do we have a fire starter? We don't.
I have a torch though, so I'll get that going for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm holding a fucking torch.
Well, that's right, you are. So crouch down and then with shift and then hold right click. Yeah, torch is way easier to start than a fire starter. So. And once we get an anvil, we can make plate and have lanterns, which don't go out in the water, which is nice. But you can't start fires with them. So, I guess it's not all sunshine and roses there, but... Okay, what is next? I shouldn't have put those together, but I did. Whatever. Alright, I guess I will get that resin, why not? I'm tired of looking at it. Oh, and I need to check that survival cache. So if you see like a hollow log, the primitive survival mod, it puts some goodies in there every once in a while that you normally wouldn't find in whatever your area is a lot of times. So you definitely don't want to cut that tree down, but it's nice to check it every once in a while. So it's right here. Oh, we got a mushroom in there. And what else? Great tell. So we got a field mushroom and a chanterelle mushroom, and that's it. But, you know, hey, that's 2 mushrooms.
Many such shrooms.
Badger, mushroom. That's both of them. All right, they'll go in there. And you can make something with that, maybe. Yummy, mysterious ground mushrooms. Yes. The tree is bountiful and generous. Yeah, there are poisonous mushrooms in this game, and there are non-poisonous, and it's up to you to figure out which ones. Because some of them look exactly the same. Like the lobster mushrooms and the jack-o'-lanterns look exactly the same. But one's poisonous and one is delicious. Well, actually, they might both be delicious, but one is poisonous also. Wow, this thing takes forever. Very true. Yeah. Don't want to be caught out in the woods eating random mushrooms. You won't last very long. Alright, this rye taking forever. Well, I just planted that, that's why. Alright, 3 out of 9. I'm kind of excited for our flax. Because once we get the flax, we can get some flax seeds and plant more flax. We're going to have flax on flax on flax. And then we can make some proper sewn clothes and stuff. Well, none of us are, we're not tailors though, so they'll be just kind of plain, but.
All right, baby. All right, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just poured that. I see. Now that's hot as a firecracker right there. All right. I guess I should go ahead and make some ingot molds here while I'm standing around. Let's see. Do I have a quadruple recipe? No, just a double. That's fine. Boop, 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 boop.
I'm eating the spoiled soup as fast as I can.
There you go. Actually, I probably should get me a bowl of that too. Why does my stomach hurt?
Look at my ruined warhammer, or do you like my ruined dagger?
They look cool. Does it say how much damage they do?
The ruined warhammer, attack power minus 4.5 HP.
Oh, that's good. That's good damage. That's better than a copper spear. That's sitting at negative 2.8.
I'm ready to take on this world's bravest and farthest and greatest and... You notice that the words I'm using, none of them describe how fierce the enemy could be, just how far and, like, nebulous they are.
Yeah. Well, I'm
ready
sure.
to tackle this realm's most distant and unreasonable,
Elusive,
elusive,
mysterious.
Oh, whenever I find them,
Yeah, well, whenever I do find them, it's over. It's over for them. But right now, I just haven't seen them in a while.
oh, but when I do,
It's over, man.
I love that. This is a new guy. We've invented a new guy. Very brave adventurer who isn't necessarily interested in fighting.
Yeah. What classes did we choose? So he chose Blackguard and I chose Commoner. I was thinking of choosing something else, but I always go Commoner. I thought about installing a Miner class mod, but I didn't. But maybe that would be fun sometime too. But I just kind of like the flexibility. But if you need somebody to kill something with hammers, Trueno has got the build for it. And the hammer. So. And that anvil's still not ready. But the copper is still not ready either there. I wish it'd say how long it was going to be till that was ready. Very good. You're torn between those two as well. Yeah. Yeah, I hate looking at the negatives on the classes, so I was just like, I'm going Commoner.
How do I quench this thing?
So, you can just talk to and spit on it, I guess. Or you can take it to some water. Yeah, and just throw it in the water or sit in the water. Of course, you'll need the tongs to hold it, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I guess you can just hold it in your inventory. Yeah, and don't lose it in the water, but, just throw it in there and it'll cool down. And eventually we'll have a bucket here that we can quench things once I get some board sawing. Once this freaking anvil mold gets baked. Holy moly. Let me throw this in here. All right, that'll be good. That'll be good. Do I have the grass for it? I do.
Well, Milo, I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way.
Yeah.
If you... Nice, I have it now.
All right, let me throw some sticks on there.
A copper picky.
Yeah, and then if we can find some tin or something, that would be nice, because we need that for bronze. So we can break quartz and then keep going up the tech tree. Now, we're lucky that there's bauxite here, because that is kind of hard to find, and that's important for steel making. Milo's more of an iCarly man, I see. Well, actually, Trueno is a huge iCarly fan.
That's true. I watched a lot of those episodes, let me tell you.
Gibby.
Yeah, they found the lost pilot for the Gibby TV show. Let me just say, it was gonna be a terrible fucking TV show.
What are we making here? Should I make some crocs? Should I make some ingot mold? Should I make jug?
Can we make copper armor?
You can. You need an anvil, of course, and a lot of copper, but you can make it. You can make lamblade copper. You can make ring copper, but that's gonna be a lot of pounding on an anvil. Have you seen Gibby's new current YouTube channel? He makes some weird crap. I haven't. No. Is this anvil still not done? Ah! Oh, and it's going to take 10,000 years to cool off. But actually, let me go ahead and put the copper in here so I can stop running around with it. Let's see, that'd be 54, and I need 52. That's 900 units of copper right there. Just waiting for it. Cool. And I'm going to need probably 7 or 8 for that. So, 2, 3. Oh, we might not have enough charcoal. I need to make some charcoal. That's what I need to do. Didn't mean to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 will do it.
In my bank account.
Yeah, I need some more copper. Or not copper, but charcoal. So I'm going to get on that maybe with a stack, which is a pathetic amount of charcoal. But just check this out. Wowie, Gibby is hardcore. All right, this is going to be the smallest, most pathetic charcoal pit in the world here, but... if you can even call it a charcoal pit.
So is that what a new dog calls a charcoal pit?
Yeah,
nowadays?
is that what they're calling charcoal pits these days, huh? But let me show you a trick I learned.
Man, when I get back with all this copper, you're gonna be like, that's a lot of copper.
Yeah, it takes a absolute crazy amount to make armor. Though, one good thing about this game is if you die in armor or clothing in general, you don't lose your armor and clothing. You respawn with it, which is real nice because considering what a pain it is to make, it's a nice thing they do for you. Like his development from friendly TV to experimental deranged YouTube vids. I feel like that's a story that happens a lot. W keep inventories. Yeah. Well, it's not a complete keep inventory. It's just to keep clothing so you don't respawn, you know, completely defenseless. But all your weapons and stuff are going to be gone. Well, they're going to be with your dead body. And you have to go get them back. All right. Okay. We got to get this sealed up here real fast before I lose it. So I got to find some dirt. Any dirt will do. Yeah. You can turn on complete keep inventory, but just by default. Because like I said, the clothes and armor, they take a lot of materials to make. And I guess they're just like, that's hardcore, but we don't want to be too hardcore. Though I guess if you played on the wilderness survival difficulty, you would be losing that. And that's just kind of crazy. But I think it's a good balance. Okay, dokie. Let's see. What do I'm still carrying around this pineapple seed like it's ever going to be useful. Auxiliary Adventures, welcome. Thank you for the raid. What were you up to? You're playing Fallout 4. Oh, speaking of Fallout 4. Well, what were you up to in Fallout 4? How was that going? Everybody check out Auxiliary Adventures. He's a fellow fan of the flannel and the suspenders. So you know, excellent fashion sense for sure. It was good. Got the broadsider from the robot sea captain. Ah, nice. Yes, welcome Raiders.
That's a fun side mission. I enjoyed that part of the game.
You are kind of spitting fire a lot today. Yeah. All right, let's cut this thing down here. Make sure there's no resin on it, because I'd hate to get rid of our resin tree.
19 more copper.
Man, we're gonna have copper all crazy. And like with that lead, we can water down that copper and, like I said, make molybdenum chocos. This is what I like to make my lanterns out of, because you can't use it for everything, but it is useful to use lead instead of copper for your lanterns. Anyway, what game is this? This is Vintage Story. Way back in its history, it started off as a Minecraft mod, but they saw that the game of Minecraft was too constricted for it, so they made it its own engine and everything. And it's kind of in a pre-release kind of situation, but it's like a Eldritch horror Minecraft, but more survivalish focused. I guess you could say. The mechanics are a lot more in depth than Minecraft, in most ways.
What? Why am I asleep?
Because you clicked on the bed. uh, Lead materials sound a bit unsafe. Well, yeah, you know what? A little lead never hurt anybody, especially if you made your drinking vessels out of it and everything. Yeah, fascinating. It's a really fun game. If you ever decide you want to get into a survival crafter, I highly recommend it. And it's only like 20 euros. So price is nice. Yummy, extra metally flavors. Yes, I like to get that extra lead. I wonder if they'll ever add negative attributes to overusing it. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure you could have a mod that did, but you know, lead's not all right. Now, I'm not going to say this for legal reasons. This isn't advice, but lead's not actually that terrible to drink out of, as long as you make sure you don't have acidic materials in it. That's the problem. When they were storing their wine in it, that's what really got the Romans there. But lead in and of itself doesn't leach into the water too much until the pH gets wrong, and then everything goes crazy. You deal in freedom currency. Romans are rich people, yeah. All right. So we finally got this anvil. I'm going to put my bowl down here because I don't need to eat with it yet. I think there might be some rotten stew in there, but we'll hold off. Set this anvil mold here, and I don't want to have this get rained on because that would be the saddest thing ever. So if I could find some more dirt, what I need to do is like make some cobblestone. Actually, do I have any conglomerate rock for that? I don't, because I keep throwing it away. But we're just doing this for the meantime, right? Of course, nothing is permanent as a temporary solution, you know, as it tends to work out. Because if something works just barely good enough, nobody will actually do it the right way later most of the time. But
the jerky doesn't make soup.
No. Well, I think you can add it as an ingredient to other soup, but you can't make it as a primary ingredient, I think. I'm not sure. I don't make jerky too much later in the game because it's not very efficient. But if it's all you got, it's all you got. But anyway, time to light this fire up here. Keep a close eye on it. Make sure we don't run out of it. Let's see. But yeah, pewter has got a lot of lead in it, or did, I think. And, you know, you can mostly be okay with that. But we're mostly going to use the lead for lanterns and things like that. And you can make leaded glass, of course, for windows and such. All right. I think 7 will do it. Maybe it'll take 8, but it won't take 9. I'm pretty sure. And I'll have to go ahead and get my tongs out here. Just got to train the body to handle. Yeah, it's like, you're not a huge lead fan right now, but wait till you put a little bit in your meals every day. Then you'll really get into it.
You'll start shaking and quaking for it.
Yep, and then you'll wonder how you lived without it. Come to think of it, I should make a plate mold too. If I have a plate mold recipe. I don't think it's in base game, but it is in this molds mod. And I'm all about that. Oh, and nails and strips, we'll need that for a chest, so I guess I go ahead and make that too. Just so much clay making here.
I put the copper from my expedition in one of the baskets in the house.
Okay. Once I get a chest out here, we'll have like a kind of a smithing area chest, if that makes sense. And consolidate all our edibles in the cellar. And maybe even get some copper hooks to dry age some meat. That would be a treat, wouldn't it?
It sure would be. It sure would be. Man, this is quite an excursion. But it'll be more copper for the Empire.
Oh, and once we get some more leather, we can get some leather backpacks going, and that is going to help too, because storage space is at a premium. Kind of strange how no drifters have been coming at night. It's kind of weird. I guess, well, the rift activity is medium. I shouldn't be surprised to see one. But I guess I haven't been down in any deep mines yet. That's where you really see them. All right, there we go. That's our nails and strips mold right there. We're getting moldy with it right here. And throw this plate mold in there. Do I have the grass? I don't. I do. Are these evil creatures? Oh, they're most foul evil creatures. Yeah. They're like rotten, rusty evil creatures. They're like I won't say they're like ontologically evil, but they're pretty evil. They're what led to the destruction of the world, and well, I guess they're not exactly the thing, but they're part of it. The rust dimension kind of leaking over into our world, and we're not due for a temporal storming for a little while. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen one coming yet, but it won't be too long, I don't think. And then you'll see some nasty stuff. Yes. Yeah, if you notice that green gear right above my hotbar, that's our temporal stability. Or my temporal stability, I guess. Each player has their own. And if that goes all the way to the left, or bottom, I guess, because once it starts going clockwise, then you go crazy and die. I wasn't aware they were literal demons. Yeah. There's a whole lore behind it with Jonas Fawkes and him trying to save the world. If you find little books here and there talking about it, but they're from the rust dimension, and it's kind of a corruption on our world. Yeah, there's actually a decent bit of lore, and they keep adding more. Like I said, there's kind of the bones of a story mode in the game now too, but you have to find it in little bits and pieces out there, and then I think talk to a trader and stuff like that. Dimensional creatures, wild, yeah, yep, they do be dimensioning. All right, I'm gonna have to put 8 on there. I think we'll be okay because the melting point of copper is 1180 Celsius, I think. And we should hold enough. We've got enough thermal inertia to melt that. So, all right. I guess I got my tongs ready. And where's my? There we go. Just in case it starts raining, we got that covered. Literally. So how's the excursion going?
I just got here. So we're going to start digging.
I'd like to know the backstory of that giant eldritch spider guy. Oh, Dave? Yeah. I don't know. Nobody knows what's going on with Dave, really.
There's like quartz bits and shit.
Yeah. A lot of times in quartz you can find gold and silver if you really dig in there, but not every time. But we can use quartz to make glass, so good to remember where that is. Yeah, look at that. That's the forbidden bowl of soup right there. That's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take a while to cool down. So we're gonna have to wait. All right, our ingots are popping. We got that grassed up. I guess the first thing we'll make is a saw on that. You see any cool landforms out there?
No, it's like plains and hills.
Plains and hills. Yeah, pretty plain, huh?
But that's fine. It's easy to not get lost.
That's true.
Hella copper, though. You're going to nut yourself when you see
Oh, yeah. find
You
any
say
seeds or
finding
anything?
nah,
No.
but like finding this much resources is not common. You said.
Yeah, that at least in what I've played, there's not usually this much surface copper. Deep down, there's usually a lot more, but we're finding a lot of surface copper, and I set it on the regular amount, so I guess we got lucky. Of course, we haven't found a bit of tin yet, which is not surprising because tin is really rare. Well, pretty rare. Also, kind of surprised we're not seeing more villagers. Or traders, not villagers. I was in Minecraft mode there for a second.
Still need to see that dang movie.
Yeah. Chicken jockey.
Lava chicken.
Oh wait, I need more grass, didn't I? Where's my knife? There it is.
No. Well, I guess that's all the copper here.
Probably ought to be doing some prospecting soon too. Don't say the M word around this vintage hood. Yeah, this is not Minecraft. I could totally see why somebody would think it is, but it's not.
It's like a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much. There are blocks. That's about the same. That's about all there is the same. Wait, I need logs on this. We need to get our log going here. We'll go ahead and plant these pine trees for what good it'll do. Oh, it would be crazy if this game mentioned or managed to implement time zones. Imagine if several thousands of block east or west was daylight while it was night at the spawn location. Yeah, that would be cool. It does do that with weather, though. My understanding, and from what I've seen and heard, like the weather actually does travel across the map. So if there's a storm, in some area, it will actually not be storming in the whole world at the same time. It'll actually move. So if you're like reasonably close, the weather will eventually get to where it's going. Hell yeah, yeah. But yeah, the time zone would be cool. It does actually change the weather, or not just the weather, but I mean the climate. As you go north and south, like if you keep going north, it's gonna get colder, and eventually you'll get into a like Arctic area. There'll be polar bears and that kind of thing. And if you go south, you'll be in a savanna with hyenas and all that other stuff. And it'll be hot and dry, and you can grow different crops at different areas. And there'll be like jungles and stuff. So it's not like Minecraft where it's just randomly splotched around each other. It depends on the latitude of where you are too, or mostly. So that is cool. Hey, Wabajank. Hello. Yeah, they do a really good job with the world here, I have to say. I love the hyenas because they always laugh at the jokes. Yeah, hyenas are good for that. They're always good to laugh at a joke. All right, I should probably make us some stew here. Oh, did you? Oh, you found that jug. I was going to say. Let's see.
Ooh, lots of ripe bushes.
Oh, get some berries. Yeah, and once we get a fruit press, which should be soon, we can make some wine and that sort of thing. Don't like hyenas. The female ones make you feel inadequate. Oh yeah, with their with their like pseudo penis thing. So I think it's not every species of hyenas, but some of them. Yeah, that's some wild stuff right there. Let me grab this rot here and pile it up. We need to get a compost bin going, but like I said, that's gonna be till planks happen, and that's gonna need a saw. Man, saws like kind of open up the world of Vintage Story. That's like one of the big choke points in the technology tree. and we're getting pretty close to having one. I gotta remember. we need a chisel too. I think. Yeah. Sorry, what is this? This is Vintage Story. This is kind of like Minecraft, but it's way different. So, basically, the only similarity with Minecraft is it's got blocks. No, the height. Okay, so it takes a while to explain, I guess. But so, graphic warning here. But so, female hyenas, they have like a pseudo penis, and their birth canal, we'll say, is in like this long penis like thing, and so they have to basically give birth to a fake dick. It's kind of weird. Hyenas are kind of weird. I've heard they are like they are matriarchal society. Yep. Yeah, it's a WTF moment for sure. Milo's animal facts of the week, y'all. Yeah. Wow.
A lot of new dogs in the chat, I guess.
Yeah. I guess I should mark this copper here. Might as well go ahead and try to mine it, though. That's enough Discovery Channel for a while. Yep. The crazier side of hyenas you didn't want to know. I think I might have got off track on my copper here. How much dirt do I got? Do I have enough? I got enough dirt. Let's find out. Also, I do need to find some berries or make some stew. Oh wait, I have a pro pick. That's right. I can just find it this way. Let's do a node search. Thanks for being brave to share that I had no idea and was generally curious. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I was surprised when I heard it. Oh, we've got some silver in this area. Ooh, boy. All right, so that's a good start. And I'd like to say that I'm decently versed with my knowledge of animals. Yeah, it's definitely in the it's a kind of a niche topic, I guess. I don't know of any other animal that does that, but the hyena does. At least one species of them. Yeah, wild. No doubt. That's got to be awkward for the hyena. So this is like Minecraft? Yeah, it kind of is. In one regard, there are blocks, and you do kind of build stuff out of them, but it's very much more tuned towards the survival aspect of it, and it's got a quasi eldritch horror aspect too. I mean, there is some weird stuff going on in Minecraft. I guess I kind of missed where that surface deposit was. Well, no, I know I'm close, but yes, yeah, I'd have to say if you're really into more survival crafters, this is a lot more in depth than Minecraft, 100%. Because there's a season system, there's food spoilage, there's a whole lot more processing that goes into making materials. It's a lot more tuned to that than just building something that looks cool. Now you absolutely can, and something that it's a little more further on into the game, but the chiseling system, especially if you have a mod for it, you can build some absolutely crazy stuff. Because you can make micro block subtractions, like you can make you can make a line through this block of stone and fill it with gold or whatever you want, and just build stuff out of it. Yeah, it's really in depth and really cool. I think it's one of the best values in gaming because it's only 20 euros. So you can't buy it on Steam, but if you go to vintagestore.at, you can get it there, and definitely worth a play, in my opinion. The end game could use a little more work, but they're working on it. So yeah, and you can see that island over there. That's where normally we would have spawned, but I moved it over here because that would have been a pain to swim from there every time. All right. I've still got these feathers. Let's. Oh, I'm starving. That's right. I'm carrying these tongs around. Kind of looking forward to seeing all this copper you got coming, though.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming on. It's coming on.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. It's like I was out of my cage when I was out of my cage, and I got out of my cage.
And then I met David Cage. And
Whoa, I see 2 of you on my screen.
oh, really?
I'll send you this. It's kind of funny.
All right, let me check that out. They have a native Linux port, so I will support with them all of my heart. Yeah, and actually, there's like it's kind of you have to do a weird thing to do it, but there's a way to get it running on an ARM64 system too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, native Linux. Oh wow, there really are 2 of me. That's weird. I wonder how that happened. I only see 1 of you. Whoa. Yeah, this server's running on Linux here. But
He's chilling, bro.
He's just chilling. I guess forever at the forge. But I guess he's not moving around, huh? That's crazy.
No, he's chilling, man. He's straight chilling.
Let me see if I could show everybody this here.
That shit's fucking hilarious. He's walking in place forever.
Let's see. How does this work? I don't know how to paste an image in OBS, but maybe I'll post it on Twitter later. Goes to Milo present, yeah. All right, that anvil is hardened and it is cold, so
I put all my stuff in the house.
Sweet. All right, so where do we want to set this anvil here? Oh, we're gonna need a forge too, so we're gonna need some cobblestone. But I'll go ahead and butcher that shit. What are we calling it? The ruins over there, and I'll be right back with that. Let me throw this tong up here though. I'm not running around with it. And then we can make a saw blade and then some planks, and that's where things really get exciting. And you can make your own cobblestone, but it's just faster to take it a lot of times.
Dude, in the next few days, we're gonna have hella berries.
Yeah, keeping them preserved is the thing. What you can do is, if we can get some shelves, you can just set them out in the shelves in the cellar, and they will dry out, and you can have the dried berries. Well, no, you have to dry them in the oven. But if you run them through a fruit press, you can take the ones that come out of the mash that comes out of the fruit press and dry that, and have like some dried, berries, and that's cool too. It gets you a little extra nutrition. You can make that and just drink the fruit juice, or you can make wine, or if we had some honey, we could make some jam out of it. But I don't think we're gonna have honey for any time a while, because that takes there's a whole beekeeping mechanic too. And I have a mod called From Golden Combs that expands on that a lot.
Holy shit.
But there is plenty of time. It's only June, so if we find a bee's nest, I think we should be able to get them going if we get them before like August or something.
Dude, I just two-shot this fucking bighorn. Ew.
Hell yeah. That's meat on the menu right there.
That's the power of the hammer, baby.
There you go. And that blackguard. I think you do extra damage.
I smacked the fuck out of that dude.
Smack that all on the forehead. Man, I'm getting hungry. I need to get some of these red currant berries right here. Let's see. Kind of
stuff all up,
huh?
all up in the There's stuff in the cellar.
All right, sweet. I'm just gonna have a little nature's bounty here, though. Oh, and also, if you look at your character menu, you look on your stats, nutrition. So if you fill up a a particular food group's bar on Society all the way, it gives you a health bonus. So there is a benefit to having a balanced diet of fruit, vegetables, protein, grains, and dairy. So you can get a whole, if you like max out on all those, you can get a whole extra bunch of health. But it's not strictly necessary to live. You could just live on berries forever, I guess, if you wanted. But
Dude, I just obliterated this bighorn population.
damn. You know, if there were a bunch, and you know they're probably far enough away where it wouldn't be worth it, but if we can eventually corral some of them, we can tame them and domesticate them and milk them and make cheese and that sort of thing. But that is a lot of trouble to do, and we need the meat more than we need the dairy probably right now. So. Oh, there's some goats right there. We got 3 goats right here. 4 goats. Holy crap. Man, I almost got a goat farm going here if I could fence them in, but I don't think I can. That's crazy. And they're running.
And they're running.
Yeah, they got it started all right. Yeah. Making everything out of just dirt doesn't look great here. This cobblestone looks pretty good. All right. Oh, I needed this for something. A forge. That's right. I almost wasted all of it. So let's see that. The forge is just like this. Yeah. Yep. And I'll have one left. One left, like I said. We need this to... You got to preheat your metal before you run it through. And my ingot modes should be done right here. Ingot molds, not ingot modes. Let's see. Yeah, they're done. All right, so I'll put my forge here because that way you can work left to right. And let's go ahead and pour some ingots, shall we? It's not...
Me when I'm about to pour some ingots. Ooh.
Let's pour some ingots. I probably should have had a better place for this. Whatever. There's no splash damage on the rain, so we'll just put it right here for now. We'll get this cleaned up later.
You'll never get this, but he's still there. And now he's holding a torch.
Wow. I guess it like desynced or something. Can I like, I wonder if I can like punch myself or stab myself. I can't see it, but am I stabbing myself?
He equips the same stuff that you have equipped, so yes.
Oh, well, that's cool. Oh yeah, I need to put some firewood on that bad boy right there. I forget what was it. Oh, nails and strips. Yeah, that'll be for chests. All right, I go ahead and throw this back. All right, X. Okay, and I still didn't light that son of a bitch. Man, I can't believe I didn't like that one. Alright, that should be going. And that's plate mold, which will be later. So, okay, cool. Alright, so what's next? Let's get our ingots. And I should have another spare mold right here. Yes, sir. All right, that's 2. So let's go ahead and load up 40 units of copper here, or 200 units of copper, 40 nuggets. I shouldn't be carrying this around, but I am. And what was I gonna... Yeah, I was gonna make some ingots, and we'll make one of them a saw blade. Yeah, that sounds good.
We've got all this cured leather too, man. Whenever you make those shears, let's just say we're gonna be living in the Stone Age.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stone Age is gonna be in the rear view. We're going to be living in like the... Well, it's not the Stone Age.
Oh, my Warhammer is low on durability. Can it be repaired?
It cannot, no. There's not a good way to repair stuff. Like I said, there's a mod for everything, but I think the ruin stuff is... It's kind of like you find it in the ruins and you use it and then it's just gone. But there's not... I don't think there's actually a Warhammer you can actually make, unfortunately. Unless you modded it.
Slaps.
Yeah, it does slaps hard. It's a hammer, of course. It's got a slap. Um,
It comes all over my opposition in ways that you can only do so with a penis.
you're swinging that big hammer, I guess. Let's see. And that the 2 ingots right there will do there. And we'll make the first one into a saw blade, like I said, and the second one will be a pair of shears, I guess.
Oh, can it be a comically large saw blade?
It'll be just regular, unfortunately.
Damn.
My goal is to one day make a proper Castle Homestead and Wilderness Survival difficulty. Oh, nice. I've never touched Wilderness Survival difficulty, but it sounds pretty difficult. Sounds pretty difficult. But if you manage to pull that off, that'll be quite a feat.
Well, the thing is, why do you gotta get feet involved, first of all?
Well, you got to keep them dry, in wilderness survival situations, right? Can't
Second of
have.
all, I've seen a fair few YouTube videos on wilderness survival. I'm pretty sure I'd be a pro at it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Maybe we should have done that, right?
Me and $20 worth of Dollar General survival equipment.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
come
That
back.
was. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
I'll come back a father. Because I fucked the fish, right? Right, right. I think the real like that would be like a funny bit in a movie where it's like, let's say The Hangover 4 or some shit, but with new actors because half of those guys are washed now.
Hmm.
And it would be like one of them does that. It's like goes to Dollar General with $10. And like one of his like survival tactics is like he just uses the plastic bag to strangle something or something like that.
That'd be pretty hardcore, yeah. I mean, that's one way to use a plastic bag.
And like he would use that plastic bag to like carry water and do some other stuff too. It would be like, damn, it's almost like the plastic bag was worth more than the shit you bought.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the plastic ring that the 6-pack came in is kind of more useful for that.
You could, dude, imagine that's the bit. It's just that plastic bag and a 6-pack of beer, and then like 6 rabbits jump through the rings and strangle themselves.
Yeah, it's like it's like a competition, and there's like one person that's coming with this like finely chosen list of survival supplies, and and then the other guy just rolls out of bed, like gets a 6-pack out of the fridge and walks into the woods. And
Yeah,
that's the
and
great thing
like
is for captured turtles. Yeah.
and then like 6 rabbits jump through each of the individual rings and like hangs themselves, and like he was like passed out drunk while the other guy's looking for something to make. And then he gets back and like the crazy ass beer plastic 6-ring thing is like killed 6 rabbits or something. It would be great. It's a great bit. If you have a mental filmography going on, you're right there with me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm seeing the picture. I've got it framed in my mind.
Are you seeing like a Jonah Hill type of guy? Because he's like
Yeah, yeah.
washed.
Kind of like some like heavy 5 o'clock shadow going on.
Yeah, like or like maybe like a Ron Swanson type.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think of Ron Swanson type, but a little bit more. Looks like he's been had a few days on a bender maybe. Not saying you want it to happen, but it might work. Yeah, I mean, I guess in a survival situation, you got to do what you got to do.
And I'm also thinking of like we could work in that the old dog bit too somehow or another. It's a good bit.
I mean, yeah, I guess it would take an old dog to like get all those rabbits with a 6-pack, and then and for dinner he kills the 6-pack.
And then the hard time and the soft men. This is like prime comedy for the lost art of a film for single guys.
Yeah, I guess they haven't really done much of that in a while. Gotta
Just a
bring it back.
film for yeah, a film for single guys that you watch with your single guy friends.
Yeah, instead of the Deer Slayer, they call him the Beer Slayer, and it's just out in the woods there.
And he drives a Dodge Ram because I don't know. I think those trucks are cool. And he has a bumper sticker. This is honk if your other car is a beer or something like that.
Yeah, it's like the movie. The people who made the movie didn't mean for people to root for the character, but everybody does anyway. 2010 single guy comedy core. Yeah. Oh, you got rammed to death. Oh no.
It's unfortunate.
You got hit by his Dodge Ram. He had too many beers.
He had the Bighorn edition.
Yeah.
My Warhammer ran out of juice and I didn't have my spear ready and I was lagging. Like I don't know. It was a bad
That to be
situation.
honest, that was a new dog move right there.
I hate to say it, but this old dog, he needed to learn. He needed a new trick.
Let's see. Yeah. We'll have just enough. Wait, I got some more charcoal over there, actually. Let me go ahead and get it out of the micro charcoal pit that we've got here. Can't remember, was it left or right? Didn't dodge the ram. Yeah.
That's a lost genre of film, like American Pie and shit like that.
Yeah, I guess, call them like Vince Vaughn kind of movies, and Owen Wilson, that kind of crowd.
Dude, Deuce Bigelow.
Oh, yeah, Rob Schneider. Yeah.
Deuce Bigelow was a big one. I watched it every time that it came on the network TV edition.
I've actually never seen that movie.
It is. It's worth a watch along. I think I could put that on the rotation.
All right.
Just because it's like a cornerstone of movies that don't exist anymore.
Man, I can't believe they'd be showing that in the film history class, though.
I don't think so. I think most film history situations take their art more seriously, maybe.
Yeah. It's like we're trying to show the best movies of a time, not really, just movies that describe the time as they were. They were kind of softer times, but let's see. Let me hammer this copper here. Find out what we're actually dealing with. Because I guess I can kind of be cycling these ingot molds. I need to keep them busy. Let's see. Let's hammer time. Come here, hammer. Come here. All right, and then I can put that right back there. Wait, no. Yeah, it's gonna take at least that much. All right, and then hammer, and you can like alt click right there. Okay, so 48. That's 8 more than we need. So we are gonna need some more copper. Not
this ruined dagger ensured a kill on another bighorn. I'm just laying waste to the land.
Man, that ruined stuff ain't so ruined, is it?
It's pretty good, actually.
It's more like ruining daggers, like gonna ruin the day of whatever it hits. All right, hardened copper. It's still hot as a firecracker here, but we're gonna set it down. All right. Wait, do I need to make a chisel mold? I can't remember. Let me check that out real fast. If I do, that's gonna suck. Let's see. Knife blade, health hammer, hoe mold. Oh no. I'll be good. Okay. All right, so we begin the forging here. So let's light this thing up. Where's my torch? I gotta keep an eye on this copper here too, so it doesn't get away from me. 1085 is gonna start melting any second now. Okay, good deal. All right,
Dude, this is great. I was able to provide all this food for the group while you made your copper tools and implements.
Hell yeah, we're gonna be eating good with some copper cutlery. All right, 490. It'll soften at 700 Celsius. All right, let's see. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. I can feel it. So how do you have the server running? You mentioned it's on Linux. Was it difficult to set up? No. I have it running in a Docker container on a server I run. And the pterodactyl panel is a good way to facilitate that, but you can just use a regular Docker compose file and you don't have to worry about any like dependencies or anything. It's pretty simple and it doesn't require a lot of resources. So yeah, not bad at all. There's a ton of guides for it too. Let's see.
I think I have enough materials for another stew.
Yeah, probably so. Let's get a saw blade rocking and rolling here. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Okay. And the smithing minigame is pretty fun too, because you just have to move the copper or whatever you're working with voxels around and make them fit the pattern before it cools down. And you can always heat it back up, but you'd hate to do that, right? And let's move that one up to the right. Turn it back now, y'all. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Man, and we haven't even gotten to the bread making and stuff. Crazy. They just keep adding more content to this game.
You can make bread too?
You can make bread, yeah. You can't make sandwiches unless you have the sandwiches mod, which I don't have on here. Thought about it, but they're still working on a few bugs, I think. All right, there's our saw blade. Let's get what was I gonna do here? I'm out of inventory space as usual. All right, I'm just gonna throw this grass out. 4 grass is not worth worrying about. All right, and then I'm gonna throw this in my inventory. All right, what did I say we were gonna do next after that? Not a knife blade, not a rod, not a oh, shears. Let me get those shears for you.
Yeah, let's get some armor going, and then that'll be a good place to cap the night off.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Damn, look at you go.
You want to give it a whirl?
That shit, no, go. Keep going. I'm getting a good angle. And in 2 short days, we had advanced to the Copper Age. We were truly a vintage story.
One that'll be told for many years.
We had a working cellar. Plenty of food to get us through.
And lots of new tricks.
And you could say that these old dogs were learning new tricks.
All right, now I got to figure out how to get these to pop up. Let's see. Can I slide this one? Yeah, there we go. All right, this is going to be a tricky one. Hopefully I don't need 2 ingots for this. I don't think so. All right, they're going to pull you down there. Take you right. All right, curl this one up. All right, that'll do it right there. All right, well, whatever. For Vintage Story, would you say each update requires starting a new world? Or is it like Minecraft where you can get into the newly added content by traveling to? Yeah, you can do that. Yep, absolutely. You can just update your server, and the new chunks will use the new generation. So you can, I mean, you could technically have started the game on an old version and continued on, just keep updating it. So, uh, yeah, you can do that, no problem. I had one that I started in 1.18 and went into 1.19 for a while. That worked pretty good. All right. There we go. And those are ready for the quenching right there. Let me run to the old ocean here. And once we get a barrel, that'll be fine. But that'll be next time.
Look at him go, running off into the ocean with that hot metal.
Yep. It's a questionable decision. Yeah, no. The questions are no problem. Happy to answer. Somewhere beyond the sea.
This old man is coming and rolling home.
Yeah.
Since
Oh, wait.
I got some clothes out of that ruins, so maybe you should don the first set.
So there, look at all these skeletons in here.
That's where I got a bunch of fish, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say. It's like, what the hell happened here? Oh, I'm starving to death. I should probably go get some berries, huh? Here, I'll let you have these shears here. Right there.
There's soup cooking.
Oh, a soup, that's even better. Oh, and actually, I think I have the Salties mod here where you can just right click and quench it, yeah. Alright, oh man, I'm hurting. Let me get this saw made here. Where's the blade? And then we can have a real door. Isn't that gonna be cool?
Dude, we are zooming through the tech tree. This start location, it was a little bit goated.
It's pretty good, I gotta say. I mean, the gravel is one thing, but I guess it keeps some of the stuff away. Well, you know, we don't have as many wolves invading the house as it could have been, which is nice. Ooh, tummy hurt. Ooh.
My tummy doesn't hurt.
Cause you got a belly full of stew.
Belly full of soup. Belly full of soup. My mind got what you need.
Wait, hold on a second.
Everyone talking about having sex. Yeah, I'm talking about making love. Come give me a hug.
And get a belly rub. That's not how the song goes, but I thought it did for a second there. Thank you for the follow there, Cheeses McCrusty. Welcome to the Cave Dwellers. Unfortunately, we are about to wrap up here.
Hold on, Milo. I'm gonna make you some armor.
Oh, appreciate it.
Wait, how do I do this?
It's in the handbook.
Fur coat. Okay, here we go. What do I do with oiled hide? Hold on. Oh, it's only 18% cured, so this is no good yet.
Yeah,
We have some other. We have some medium pelt. Okay, this is ready to go. This is ready to go. Okay. I'm gonna make you this fur coat.
Nice and cozy forge there.
Holy, here you go, Milo.
All right, let me come.
Holy.
Thank you. Now I got my new fit on here. Let's see. Let's see right here. Wait, did I pick that? I did. All right. There we go.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah.
he's dripping out of
Dripping.
control.
Look at that.
Holy shit.
All right, that's a screenshot right there.
Holy, he's enormous. He's enormous.
Yeah,
What?
Pog.
We're gonna be matching next episode.
Let's keep you warm in the winter. All right. Well, I guess that is a good point, like you said. And I forgot to change my torch out, so that'll be good to do next time. Maybe we'll get an oil lamp going. But I take my leave. All right, so let's go back to the old Zatadome. All right, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, and for the huge amount of raids. And I'm sorry that the game kind of crashed at the start of the stream, so I kind of missed out. But let's see. So I want to thank Bork Schlong, Narilla VT, Nue Owo, Night Night, Tiresias Bazaar, Auxiliary Adventures for the raids tonight. Thanks for coming, Wiz and Alcinoor, and thanks for collabing with me, Trueno. It was real fun.
Yes, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
For the continuation.
Yep, the continuation of the vintage story. All right, so I guess we got to find out who we're raiding tonight. So who is on the Twitch.television? Let's see.
I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Let's raid Ainsley. Yeah, we'll raid Ainsley. All right. Ainsley Sentry. All right. So, yeah.
You remember that?
I remember Cotton Eye Joe, but
the chicken nugget